Okay, off we go. Welcome everyone. This is Robert Burns. It is January 11th, 6 a.m. Seattle time. And good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Our promotion is, let's see where we are. It is the 11th. So we've got 3 more days in addition to today, 3 more days next week. And then somebody that wants to be in our live trading sessions needs to be a paid customer of Manifest. And the pricing is right down here on that. It's $50 to enroll and $99 monthly 30 days later. If you additionally want to be an IBO, just simply add $20 on the front end and $20 on the back end. So you'd have 70 initially and 119 a month if you want to be a customer on IBO. Pretty excited about what we're up to. No lie. I mean, we've had two positive days in a row, and that's pretty consistent. And that's the key thing that we're aspiring to do here with what we're up to, is to be consistent. In other words, not necessarily hit home runs for those of you that like the baseball metaphor, but we like singles and doubles a lot. And so that's what we're aiming for. That's what we're shooting for. Before I get into any of the detail here, this is an important risk disclaimer. Trading is risky. Your results will vary and are not guaranteed. This information is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice or a solicitation to invest. Trading Forex, indices, metals, and other instruments is at the full discretion of the user, and users are fully and solely responsible for their own trading results. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment and should therefore evaluate your own risk tolerance before trading and only trade with money you can afford to lose. Any links in my post may contain affiliate referral links and may generate a reward for the referrer. And again, the bottom line, never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. And always try to get your risk capital back out as quickly as you can based on what your strategy is. But the minute you do that, you've reduced your risk just to your time investment. So that's a pretty cool deal. What we'll be going over today is a breakout strategy that my colleague Robert Russell is terrific at. He's very good at doing this. It's a basic strategy and he's good at it. It's basic blocking and tackling. The DAX, which is the German equivalent of the US 30. It's the German 40 in their case, 40 in that indice. And Euro, USD, USD JPY are the three instruments that we trade. And again, this is a very, very straightforward breakout strategy. Robert will go through the basics of support and resistance, trend lines. He uses pivots and the fair value gap. And then if we have the opportunity, if the market is a little sluggish or we've got a lull in the action, I can get into some other technology stuff. And we'll do that as the opportunity presents itself. Now, as far as our trading checklist, this is one, by the way, I would encourage you to get a screenshot of. If you haven't already done this, then you can put it in whatever notepad you like. I'm fond of Google Keep for this type of thing, but you can get this screenshotted, and then you'll have at least a starting place on a checklist that's a good checklist for your own trading. And the first thing that we're going to do on this checklist, I'll give you just a moment more if you haven't taken a screenshot yet. But this is something that is very important. Check the news and look at this morning was the classic reminder of that. Just half an hour ago, we had a really, really robust response to the news that came out. Here is that news. I'm going to get this zeroed in on just the red folder. We had the core CPI, and this had the effect, apparently, of strengthening the dollar a lot. I'm sure Robert will get into that, but what happened? I was in a pound US dollar, and the pound got punished. The Great British Pound front end of that pair, that automatically, the implicit message is that the dollar roared up and the pound came down because it's an inverse relationship. So this tool, at any rate, I'm gonna put a link in the chat, and I would encourage you, if you don't have an account with this, to to get an account. It's very, and the benefit of getting an account, once you're set up, you come into your browser, it stays logged in, which is nice, and it will translate all of these news events into your time zone. I'm in Pacific time, so this was at 5:30 a.m. my time. Um, and it similarly, if you're Eastern time, it'll say 8:30, or if you're in the UK, it would say, don't hold me to this, 1:30 p.m. in the UK. They're 8 hours ahead of me. So this is a very useful tool. I just posted the link in chat. Be sure to click that before you leave the meeting today, and that will give you access to that calculator. So the next thing that we're going to get into is top-down analysis. Robert will get into that. He'll draw out the zones and market structure lines. In fact, he probably already has. And then we'll get into how to compute position size, which is a critical element of your trading. It goes directly to risk. I'll get into that when time allows. And then a couple more items on your checklist are, which account are you using? So when you're looking at your MT4 or MT5, if that's your trading platform, look up here and make sure that you're in a demo account if you're new, or make sure to confirm which account you're in, be it demo or live. But what you don't want to be doing if you're new is in a live account and you still really need to be trading demo. It's an easy mistake to make. And so that's a good item on your checklist. The other item is, when you have the position size right, make sure to check up here. In other words, if I compute a position size here, I always need to make sure that I've got that number that the calculator tells me to trade with is in my actual one-click trading, meaning that's the actual position size that I'm going to take, whether I go short or long on this. I do a sell or a buy. So always make sure to do the computation of your position size, but then make sure to enter it right here. It's an easy thing to forget. And so hence why it's on the checklist. And with that, what I want to do is just touch on a book that we're fond of. If you don't have this book, I'd encourage you to get a copy of it. It's a good read. It's very entertaining, and more importantly, it goes right to the meat of the matter in terms of trading psychology and things that really make a difference in your trading game. It's written by Tom Hugard. It's on Amazon. You can get the book and the Audible so that you can listen to it and then be able to come back and read it, as well as look at the tables and the drawings and so forth that are in the book, which is very useful. So this fella is he traded on multiple firms on Wall Street. He also has won multiple trading competitions. He's a brilliant trader by anybody's measure. And he gets into why having the mentality about embracing losses, which is something that, Western society, at least what I'm familiar with, is just not something you like to contemplate. I don't want to lose. I want to win. I've been, as a kid, that was the whole thing. In wrestling or swimming or whatever, losing is not a good idea. But we're in a different game here, guys. And losses, even from the very best, are a part of their trading game, and they know that. And so embracing them and not letting that get you down and not letting that mess with your mind is a very important thing. We kind of have the decision process, which is, that's a good loss. Okay. In other words, we kept it tight. We didn't get it right. Move on, and that's a very important thing to embrace. I gave back a ton of money prior to having really, I'm still wrestling with embracing that notion, but I would win a lot and then I'd give it all back, and that was just idiotic. So this book helped me a lot, and I suspect it may help you as well. So with that, I need to have a drum roll. All the way from Donegal, Ireland, my friend, my colleague, and a terrific trader. He's been trading crypto since 2017 and Forex a much shorter time, a bit over a year, which is truly remarkable when you consider how good he does. But it also sends the message to people, and that's a key thing. Is it possible to get your brain around this in a shorter time than people think? You remember Roger Bannister, the guy that ran the 4-minute mile? People didn't think it could be done. And then once he did it, a whole bunch of people started breaking that 4 minute mile barrier. And Robert for me in trading is one of those guys, you know. He just decided to put his head down and get into it, and the rest is history, as they say. And he's a wealth of knowledge. What he does very well. And so, with no further ado, Mr. Robert Russell.
Robert, thank you very much. Folks, just watching the market there, absolutely crazy. As I said, guys, you know, having the stop loss is the most important. I had my stop loss in and I get hit. And you know something, it's great because I protected my capital. I'm happy, and it was a good day. Again, folks, we're going to check the markets out. We're going to watch what's going on. As it says, you know, we just had the red folders and it moved lots of pairs, indexes. It moved it up, it moved it down, but it's going to give us entries. My marking's done, folks, and I'm going to make this as simple as possible for you, and you'll see now what I'm doing going forward. I won't even call out the numbers, folks. I'm going to have the numbers on the screen written down, so you're going to see my entry, my stop loss, my take profits. So this is going to be really, really simple. And folks, I'm going to go straight into the markets. Folks, this is not financial advice. Anything that I do is for education purposes, and only risk money that you can afford to lose, folks. Don't touch your rent, food, or bill money.
Let me just interrupt here real quick. If you don't have a good screenshot tool, get one. It really is important, because what he's doing is making your life a lot easier if you've got a way to quickly capture what's on the screen with his support and resistance lines, and then the entry, the stop loss, and the take profit. Get that thing that will grab it really quickly. There's a bunch of different tools out there that you can embrace, and it'll just make your life a lot easier. So there's my 2 cents.
Thank you, Robert. Exactly, guys. Totally agree. Okay, folks, so we're going to go straight on here. I have marking set up, guys. Okay. Again, I will call, you know, when we hit our entry, I will call it. I'll have it written down. But as it says, these are just markings. I'm just looking at the charts. Let me go up to the 30. Okay, folks, this is what I'm going to be doing going forward. You're going to see it's not an entry. I'm just giving you an idea what I'm doing. We're just going to say we're on here. Let's say we're on a sale. This is your entry. This is your take profit. This is your stop loss. Okay, this is the way we're going to do it going forward. So it's up on the screen. Everybody can see. Okay. So I won't be calling out the numbers. Everything's going to be written here on the screen. And folks, if black is okay, you can all see, that's great. If you maybe want this maybe a wee bit bigger, let me know. I can make it bigger. You know, as it says, it's all about improving, making this as simple as possible. So all I have to do is look at the trades, and then I'll type in what it is here, and I'll type it onto the chart. Okay, folks. So I'm just going to leave this here. Take a look at the dollar. That's what I go straight away. Let me go up to the hour, the 4 hour. I did do this line up here at the top, and I really wasn't expecting it. I know we had the big push, but again, it respected all those lines the whole way over. Okay, as you can see, it got rejected here, rejected there, rejected here, and it got rejected again, and now it's retracing back down. We do have the New York, and I do be wary now because we had a red folder over us, and it did move the markets. So with the New York, you know, whatever way, let's say the trend went, we could get more of a push that way in the next 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to be wary of the markets because there's a lot of volume at the minute. And with the New York opening, it's really going to push the markets more, okay? And we have London still going. But this is a marker here that I'm looking at the dollar, and it hasn't got past it. As you can see, a big rejection here on the hour candle. So we did get rejection on the dollar. So if we go to the euro versus the dollar, let's see what happened here. I'm going to take some of this stuff out, folks, here. So again, was lines, folks. This is just lines that I'm putting in. I'm going to move them because this is retracing back up. We might get a better entry. Again, folks, we have the line at the top. This line here, it moved on me a little bit. I need to move it onto place to show you what I'm doing. It's rejected at that level there, as you can see. Okay, it got rejected here, pushed back down. But folks, what happened yesterday was this trend line. It broke up, okay? It broke out of the trend line. What could happen now is, again, as what it says, we found possibly our low here. We came up, we created our higher high, and now we could come down and create our higher low. Okay, as long as this higher low doesn't break the previous one, if the charts normally go the way they go, we should see this push back up. Again, the markets will move their way. They won't listen to me, listen to you. But normally, folks, that's what it says. We've created our low down here. And we've moved up. We've broke the trend line. We've broke this. This was like, it wasn't really a high, folks, but it's just, it broke the trend. This is what I'm looking at. It broke this trend here. So it broke above it, and it got well above it, and it pulled back down. Again, I'm going to sit and watch to see what it does. What I would like to see is maybe to push up. We are seeing a candle at the bottom here. But I'm just going to watch the markets, folks, because I'm wary today. As it says, we have a couple of trades. We had a couple of nice winners in the last 2 days. I don't want to go into a trade today. Just thinking, oh, we'll go on and enter. I want to make sure when I enter the trade, everything aligns with what I normally trade. Again, we push down. This could only be a retrace, and we could push down more. So again, folks, we're going to have to sit and wait. Just going to see what the USD is doing. Again, folks, it's up here. It got rejected. This all happened here. This was 130. As you can see, a big push up. So this, to me, folks, that was kind of expected. If I was in the USD, JPY, we were in an uptrend. From down here, we're going up. And then, as I say, we're kind of going sideways. But I wouldn't have been selling here. I'd have been on for a buy. It would have been a good trade. Let me see what's happening. So I go to the hour. Again, folks, this could be a possible entry here at this blue line. It is getting respected. As we can see, folks, we got our low, we created our higher high, higher low, and then we came up, created a higher high. We came down, created a higher low. Now we've come up again and created another higher high. What we could see, folks, is maybe a push back down to create another higher low and then move up. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at, up and then coming down, coming back up. We created the high, come back down, create a higher low, and then move up. But we could break this line first and then get a retrace back. I'm just looking at marks here, folks, till I see what I'm at.
Really is kind of a triple top.
Yes, exactly. That's what it is. I do expect to break up, but we could break through just a little bit, and I don't want to enter the trade in case we get the retrace and it comes down and it stops us out. Because this, to me, is what's going to happen. We're going to move up, maybe to this level here, just break this high here, go above it, and then come back down for a retest. So this could be, I'd rather get an entry in this area than entering up here, folks, because the retrace might come. So possibility for a retrace, like a retrace back down, we get our entry. Okay, so I know what I'm waiting for here. I'm going to look at the DAX. The DAX, I think, just let me go to the bigger time frame. Again, folks, it says we created our low. We got our higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We didn't get the higher high here, folks, but we just came down. But again, we didn't break these lows. Then we came up, created the higher high. Now we came down, and again, we didn't break this low here. This is why I have the lines in. This could, it's tricky. It really is. If we come up above this trend line and break above this level here, we need to get above this trend line. I'm just going to put in another marker. me see if we can break this. I'm just putting lines out, folks. I know this is quite a bit up. But then I just know the line is there for a reason. So when you're looking to get a push up, come back up through the trend line, continue going up, break this line here. So you're breaking through resistance to the left. If we get to this level, we should continue to go up and break that high again here. Again, folks, this is just me watching the markets. Again, it could come down. And as it says, if it breaks this line, we're going up. And if it breaks this line here, we're going down. Okay, so that's my two lines. This one to go up and this line to go down. Okay, so we have support here. And we've got resistance at the top. So two lines for two possible entries. And folks, I am expecting movement in New York. I am expecting it again to push it. Let's go down to the smaller time frames. It's going to put in the fair value gaps. So as you can see, folks, it came up, it came down, it grabbed the fair value, it's moved up. Folks, I think we're going to have to be patient today and wait for the entry. So we know we have our high for today and we got our low. Okay, let's do the, I'm just going to drop the fib on this. Okay, so we've got our high. There. So folks, again, it says we found our high, we found our low. So this is euro versus the dollar. So we're at the 38. A better retrace, folks, we all know is the 50. So if we break the 38 and we hit the 50, it could be a possible entry. Let me draw a line. I just want to mark it. So we're up here at the 50, which is there. And normally, folks, if we get up to the 6-1 or even going above, it's if we get up to this level here or higher, I don't normally see too many retracements, especially when we get over the 6-1, closing to the 7-8, it's just going to continue to push up. But the better for retrace is on the 38 or the 51 mark, okay? So I'm going to draw two lines at these two levels here. So then I'm going to know, I don't expect it to get up this high. And we'll lock it in. Okay, so there we go, folks. I know this. This here is the 50 and this here is the 68. As you can see, the big fair value gap. So we're looking forward to get up into this area and then to continue going back down. So bear with me, folks. Let me see what's going on. Lower time.
You're looking for a short on the euro.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will put on the lines, folks. Bear with me. I'm just... So this will be the possible entry. Let me go.
Three minutes to equity market open, 3.5 or 2.5.
Get rid of that. Folks, this is a possible entry, whether it reaches it. The entry is 109,652. Stop loss 109,800. Again, will it get up to this level? And I will add take profits in here as well. Okay, folks, so this is our possible sale. Entry 109,652. Stop loss 109,800. Okay, so this is your entry and your stop loss. So I'm going to stay on the euro, folks, and make the screen bigger so everybody can see. Folks, that is very, very close to our line. It just literally touched it. Folks, I'm hoping this comes back up and touches our line because that is very, very close there to hitting it. Okay, folks, the New York opened. Again, there's not a lot of movement. Folks, the minute it hits that 109,652, I have entered. The minute it hits it. Folks, this was probably our entry, the top of that wick, top of that candle. We're just a little bit above it. It didn't hit our line for us, folks. It just didn't hit it. Let's wait. Will it come up? I don't know. It might push on down. Folks, I'm looking at this fair value gap. We might go above our entry, I'm hoping, and just get this fair value gap and then push down. Okay, so that's what we'll wait and see. And our stop loss is up here. I'm just keeping an eye, folks, and just switching back and forth. Okay, guys, let's hit our entry. Okay, so I'm hoping, folks, it rejects now because I just entered on that level there, 109,652. And now this is the fair value gap here, as you can see. Folks, this is what I did not want to see. It just pushed up. This is the 6-8 mark. I don't want it to break that level. What we want now is to get rejected and push back down. Move this over here so we can see it on the minute. So what we're looking for now, folks, is to get rejected, okay? Because we come in, we've hit our fair value gap. We need to see rejection now of coming down. If it breaks above this line, folks, I will close early. I won't let it hit my stop loss. We're looking for rejection here, folks. This is what we're looking for now, to get rejected at that level and push back down. Okay, we need to keep getting rejected, keep pushing down. Need another nice red candle to form and get pushing back down here now. Okay, folks, so all looking good so far. Again, we'll just have to wait for the market till we see what's going to happen here. Okay, folks, everything's going okay so far. We just need to get a push now and get pushed back down to this area here. Okay, folks, we just need our push now. Get a little bit of volume. Let's get the bears here and push this right down. Okay, folks, I know the trade is in profit. Okay, we're in profit here at the minute. Let's get another push. Okay, we get another little push again. Okay, folks, this I won't stay in, folks, if it does touch above this line. Okay, this will be my cutout point. We'll just wait. Okay, folks, we can get a nice push now from the bulls, push or the bears, get a good push down. Get into this level here, break through this little bit of resistance. We need a breakthrough here. We can get a one big push of a candle to push down. Okay, keep pushing.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, let's go. Keep going, bears, push. Folks, I know I have my take profits, but I'm going to come out here, okay? I'm taking my profits. Let's have the week on a 1. I'm closing the trade in profit here now. Okay, folks, I have closed the trade in profit. It's down to you guys, ladies, gentlemen. You know, if you stay on the trade, that's up to you. But we entered here, and I just came out here, okay? Folks, this trade, this is the trade Robert's going to be telling you. This is the silver bullet, okay? This happened between 2 and 3 o'clock. This is the silver bullet on the euro versus the dollar.
I was in 0.03 was position size. I just took 0.02 off the table and let
Okay.
move stop to a break even, and I'm letting the remainder run.
Okay.
Can I grab share for a moment?
Yes, Robert, hold on. I'm going to stop out here, okay?
That's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's what that looked like. You can see I entered up here. I took profit right there where that blue line is, or that blue arrow is. So I was in a 0.03 position. I took 0.02 off the table, let 0.01, and if 0.01 gets down to here, it'll be an additionally profitable trade. The part that I took off was $2.94. So another win. Nicely done, Robert Russell.
Thank you, Robert.
No matter what happens at this point, though, guys, look right here. Here's my entry line, this green line. My stop was up where Robert had called the stop. I moved the stop down below the entry line, meaning this is now it's a little bit bigger than the spread. The spread here is pretty decent right now on this one. It is a 0 to a 1 or a 2. You see up here, this is on MT5. And so I've you can see the line here. That is the spread right there. I've got the bid and the ask. So the distance between my green and my red is quite a bit fatter than that, meaning I am absolutely in a profit. How much of one depends on when I don't want it for obvious reason to go back up here. But if it did, if I walked away from the computer, I'm not going to lose money no matter what. And that's a nice position to be in once you can kind of, give yourself a little bit of breathing room. This trade is still in the money. It's decent mover. Let me see where we are. I don't even know how to do this on MT5. It's the same, I think, from entry. Yeah, it is. From entry to where we are right as we speak is about 14. Well, just took a nice little move down there. About let me see over here. My handy dandy. There we go. It's about 17 pips right now. So cool beans. It's nice when it it does as instructed.
Yeah, not always, but
Send
folks,
them
as
the
it says,
memo in advance, did you?
I thought, they must have heard me, Robert, today. No, it was a nice entry. Didn't go much up against this, and then it kind of, so this is all about the fib, folks. That Fibonacci, it went up and it hit the 50, which is a better retrace. And if it goes above the 50, if it goes up around the 60 or the 70, then for myself, I get a little bit wary because there's a good chance it'll continue to go up. So the 38 or the 50 is better for a retrace.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it definitely is. Not there. We hit the 50 mark. So, and it's all about, folks, the stop loss. We didn't give it too much room. As I always say, I always have a second line below my stop loss. And if it breaks it, that means I'm out earlier with a loss, but not as big.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, next week I will be on my MT4 showing my live trade as well. Okay, so it will be showing me getting it placed. I made $10 today on that trade.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was, I think it was 0.4 on my account.
This is a smallish account, around $500. The first position was almost $3. So what is that? Math wizards.
0.6.
$2.83 profit after we take out the 11-cent commission. 283. Well, it's more than 0.05 a little.
I'm expecting it to push down here more. Yeah, it looks like it's going to go again.
This one isn't in the basket yet, so we'll see. I think by the time it hits that red line down there, if we get that far, it'll be a 1%er.
Mm-hmm.
Start to sound like the Ponzi's. 1% a day. Yeah.
Folks, there's a good chance, if we do hit that bottom line, that's where we do take profits, but it all depends how the candles are going at that line. Because there's a good chance, as what it says, it can break it and go on down. So but you always take the profit just at those lines. And then as Robert says, we'll show you how to do partials. You can let it run.
Does anybody have any questions on anything? I'm a lot more receptive to questions when I'm at a break even and no risk on my trade.
So Ravi says, could the USD JPY retrace to 1485 and then go back up? So I'm going to take a wee look at that, Ravi. No problem.
Why don't you take over on the share?
Okay. Bear with me. I just seen that message there now. I can look at it. Share screen. And here we go. Okay, let me go up to 30 minutes. Again, folks, I did say about the retrace on the USD, and it did it. It did come down. let me see, folks. So we have our low, we had our high. Let's just see what the fib is again. We could have caught this, guys. I just like to have one trade, you know what I mean? I don't like to be on two trades. Let me see, what way am I going here? I need to be doing this correct. Hold on, no, hold on. I'm just not thinking properly here. So I need to go from the bottom up. See there. Okay, I want to make sure I'm at the bottom here. I'm going to move the line to there and move the line up here. Exactly.
Precision.
Again, folks, look at this on the 5-0, and that would have been another entry. Sorry, Ravi, I just didn't click that. Missed it, folks. It hit our 5, the 0.50, and it just went straight up. Okay. Again, folks, this is the fib. It's a powerful, powerful tool, especially on the retraces. Again, you know, there was two trades. Exactly, both hit the 5-0s, 0.5, and move straight up. If we go down to the 5-minute, as you can see, I would have hit here, and you would have entered. I always put the stop loss, folks. Let me see. I'm always looking left. Let me see. Let's just say we did enter here. The stop loss would have been below these previous lows here. So your stop loss would have been just say there. So that would have been your stop loss, and the entry would have been here. So folks, we could have got two, but it says I'm not greedy. I'm very, very happy with one, a good trade, a good drop, and a great way to finish the week. I'm just going to go back to the euro to see what's actually happening.
It's going our way.
Still going down, folks. Oops, I'm drawing the lines now, which I don't want. I'll move this over here. Again, folks, you'll see these fair value gaps, how it reacts when it hits it, okay? It's like when it hits our fair value, it means there's an imbalance in the markets, okay? It's like this couldn't continue to drop. It just can't. It has to come back and correct itself. And this is why these are here, okay? Especially if you see the minute or the 5-minute, you're going to see lots of fair value gaps, and you will see it coming down, touching it, maybe going back up, getting into the next fair value before it's moving down. This is how the candles reacts to these fair value gaps. Like here, let's say if it touched here, let's say it went back up, it got this fair value gap, and then it moved down again. This is how it works. And this one here, folks, it's up to date. It doesn't lag. These fair value gaps are just literally being made as the candles moves. So lots of indicators lag. It's like, let's say if an indicator give you a sell or a buy, it could be at least 3-4 seconds behind the actual market. And then the time you enter the trade, the signal, it's already a couple of seconds behind. So let's see, does this come up and touch this fair value gap here? Then again, folks, this one here, it came down. This candle did come up, and you can see it did touch it, just literally touch the bottom of it. So this one mightn't go up at all. This one could continue to go down. I didn't see this candle here. It did come up and it touched it. So expect this candle to push on down. We go to the minute. Again, as I says, folks, like really, it's like head and shoulders on the minute. I don't look at head and shoulders on a minute, really, but here you could just get a correction here and drop on down. The minute we break out of this level here, you can see there's support at the bottom of these candles. If we break through here, we'll just continue to drop down to where our take profit is. I'm just going to check on the DAX, folks. I just want to look to see what happened. And go to the 30 minutes. Again, as you can see, it come up as what it says, you know, if it came up here, we get our entry, but it touched the trend line. It respected it. There's just no entries here on the DAX at the minute. Well, folks, this was a good trade. I'm happy with us today now, definitely. Good entry. We got out just down here.
Yeah, that was a dandy.
Mm,
This continues to run down. We'll
yeah.
be over 1%. Mission is already accomplished, but it'll just be better.
Yeah. So this line here, folks, let's just say we're coming back up. To me, if we break this line, it'll continue to go up. Okay, so this line is where, let's say I was still in my trade. This line is where I would cut it. I would take my profits. So that line there, I'm watching it over here. Because you're always looking, folks, you know, when it got to this area before, what happened? It got rejected, and then the bears took control and pushed it down. So what you're expecting here, come up to this level, get rejected, and then the bears take over, because we're coming under the fair value gap here again.
It's funny. I had moved my stop down to almost exactly what you were just saying. Bang, I'm out.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting rejected. Let's see if this can get pushed back down, as I said. Folks, I says I'm more like, you know, kind of in and out of trades in a couple of minutes. You know, I mean, if we can get a nice sniper trade like that, that's in and out. And, you know, other people in will sit in a trade for a few hours and get the max profits, which is great. As long as you're moving, you know, as it says, we did enter, let's say you're going to stay on the trade, pull your entry down below pull your stop loss down below the entry. So it's a one in trade, no matter what. Okay. The odd time I'll stay on a trade, you know, if it's a nice big drop, and just take the stop loss right below the entry point till maybe this last high here.
Be sure, if you're going to do that, also to compute, if you have it on MT4 and you have your bid and ask line, you can see exactly what your spread is visually. And if you can get your stop beyond the spread, so then you're slightly beyond the spread, you're at a break even. More than that, you're at a profitable trade. What I did on this one is I moved it down there. Once we had that initial move, then I kind of trailed it down, and I put it about halfway down. And it just stopped me out, but in a bigger profit than I would have been if I was just underneath the entry line. I'm going to get into, for those that are interested in learning how to do notifications on MT4 and MT5, I'm going to do a quick little training on that. I'll show you where to get the ID of your MT4 on your phone, either Android or iPhone, and then show you where you set that on your trading platform so that anytime something happens that you want to be notified about, it will notify you on your phone. So it's a handy feature, particularly if you have alerts set where at different levels you want to be reminded, and you're not by the computer, but you hear that ping sound from your phone that you're used to with MT4 or MT5. You can then be made aware of something that you want to tune into.
Ravi, thank you very much for attending. Again, folks, as Robert says, any questions at all? You know what I mean? No question is silly. So it was a good week. I think we had 1, 2, 3, 5 trades and 4 winners. So it was a good week.
All winning days.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for your efforts this morning. I got tons of questions, but there's so many I don't know where to begin, and I don't want to monopolize your time because I'm really needing just the basics of getting set up so that I can follow along with you. Um, and so I know that's where we're going back to kindergarten, and you guys are teaching high school, but that's sort of where I'm at. So if you know of a resource or something, preferably PDF, because with my being legally blind and hearing impaired, following along live sometimes is a little difficult for me. Getting my phone where I can hear it and see it at the same time is more of a juggling act than you would believe. But anyway, great job. I do appreciate this. I do learn a lot, even though it's kind of like watching Albert Einstein and being impressed without knowing how to do algebra. But we'll get there. Okay, I'm just hanging in there with me, guys, and I'm hanging in there with you.
By all means.
Yeah.
And
No
we'll give
problem.
you some stuff to do. Let me in fact, let me just, what I want to do is I want to knock out this notification thing, and then Dennis, if you can stick around, I'll give you some hands-on, kind of okay, where are you? I don't know how to give the diagnosis to the patient until I do an exam. So I'm happy to do that. In other words, to help you figure out what you're missing or what you need to do next as kind of a hit list. So what I'd like to do right now, I've got both of my phones on. I've got the Android and the iPhone. And what I'd like to show you is how to set up your notifications. I'd also like to not have all of this stuff in my throat every morning. Man, this is maddening. I think it's fungus in the Pacific Northwest. I really do. I think we got mold. And that's the culprit, because it wasn't in Romania. It was so cold that it killed the mold. We don't have that here. We have wet. It's conducive to the growth of mold. Okay, I'm going to kill the recording for a minute, and then I'm going to turn it right back on. So we're going to do a quick deal on how to do notifications. So let me kill the recording. Welcome, Barry.
Thank you.
You're in perfect timing if you want to learn how to do notifications on your iPhone or Android from the MT4 platforms. I'm about to do that in just a second here. So I'm going to turn on the recording. I am going to mute everyone right now, just simply because it'll be better for the recording. And then after I'm done, I'll unmute to see if there's any questions on anything. So with that, let's make sure. Okay. Hi guys, welcome. I am just gonna do a quick overview on how to get your signals and things that happen on your MT4 or MT5 trading platform to send alerts to your phone. So the first step in the process is, here I have MT5 on the screen, and you go to Tools, then you go to Options under Tools. Then look for notifications right here, and you're going to see some codes down here. You got to enable push notifications, check the box that says notifications for the local from the local terminal. And I've actually got two phones attached, and you're going to see, where do you get that ID on your phone? And let's just make sure I'm not lying here. Let's make sure we get this is the Android. You'll hear. Maybe I don't have this Android in here. I heard my iPhone. I'll do that again. I'm going to turn up the audio. No, it doesn't work either. Demo and lose the sale. There it is. It was a little bit of a delay. So where do you go to get these codes, the ID, the MetaQuotes ID on your phone? I'm going to show you that right now. So let's do the, hang on just a minute. Stop that video. We don't need to see my chin. Okay. Kill that share. And let's do the share of the Android. He says so confidently. You can tell which one I'm more familiar with. The computer, the phone stuff I look at for reference most of the time, and that's about it. Okay, here's my Android screen. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into MetaTrader 4, and it works the same on either one, by the way, pretty much. Let's see now. I've got to go to, whoops, up top on the Android. I always forget that. The little, let's see if I can get there from here. Yeah, this is kind of misbehaving, I won't lie. Hang on just a minute, guys. Okay, that looks like it's behaving. Now let's go to MetaTrader 4 and let's go to, there we go. Okay. Finally, the little sandwich lines in the upper left-hand corner allowed me to get into settings, and I'm going to settings now, right here. Second one up from the bottom, if you see that on the Android. So the little, I call it the sandwich lines in the upper left-hand corner on the Android. Then you go into settings here, and you come down here, and you'll see in bold underneath messages, you see MetaQuotes ID 41408032. That is my MetaQuotes ID. So that is what I would put in on the computer. Now I'm going to show you the iPhone for those of you that are iPhone aficionados. So let me kill share here on the Android. Stop share. Okay, now we're over to the iPhone. Okay, and I also don't need you seeing my chin there. Now, let me go to share on here. Share, scroll down to, or it's at the top on the iPhone. Start broadcast, okie dokie. You should see my phone screen now on the iPhone. I'm going to come over here to settings on the iPhone is in the bottom right-hand corner, the gear. Click that. Where you find it on the iPhone is a little bit different. You go to chat and messages. You'll see a 12 on mine about the middle of the screen. And over to the right, the MetaTrader 5 icon. Go to chat and messages, and you'll notice at the very bottom of the screen, 5878. Let me write this down. 5. This is MT5 here. 587 8E 8E5. So that's where you find the IDs and where you put them on the computer. I'm going to bounce back over to the computer now. You get that code, and most will not have a couple of phones. I do things on both that are helpful to have both operating systems, and especially when teaching people stuff. So on the computer, you'll see there's the Android right there, which is the first one right there. That is the Android. This one, I think, probably is a different code or I've got a second Android that I have that is attached. But at any rate, if you have one, that's where you put one. If you're going to put more than one, just put a comma in between, no space, and you put the second one, and that's it. And that, guys, is how you set up notifications. You can test them right here by simply clicking the test button, and you should then receive, I just received it on the iPhone. No sound for some reason, maybe because I have the sound turned down. Could be. No. Not sure why the sound didn't come through, but the screen clearly had a little banner on it, and it does have sound. I don't know why it's misbehaving with the test here, but I regularly get things that I then run to the trading platform to take a look at. And you can set alerts so that they remind you, like a classic example would be when it hits this level, I want to, set the alert before the level you want to hit. If it's a long that you're trying to do, you set it a bit below that entry so you get notified on the way up, so you're ready when it hits that bad boy. And that's a real good way to use the alerts to get the indication as to when you want to enter the trade. Also, it'll tell you things like it took out, it'll tell you everything that's going on your trading platform. So if a trade closes, you'll know that. If you hit a stop, you'll know that. All useful stuff. So with that, I'm going to wrap up the training that we were doing here on how to set up notifications on the iPhone and the Android. Boom. Okay, let me make it so everybody can chime in now. If you have a question, don't hesitate to raise your hand or just unmute. We don't have a very big audience here, so we can keep this fairly intimate. Just hit the take profit. Nice. Nice, nice.
And before I forget, Robert, we have our opportunity hall tonight, just because I'll completely forget. It's just entered my head.
Yeah, that's in 4 hours. Oh, wait, it's at 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern.
5 hours, 15 minutes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So be sure to get folks on there. We'll do our best. And I do have the new slideshow. In fact, I haven't checked to see that I got everything, but I'm sure I did. It's on Canvas. I'll get that converted to PowerPoint and all the stuff. Any questions, guys? If there are no questions, Dennis, you're in the hot seat.
Uh-oh.
First question, what kind of computer do you have?
Well, that's part of my issue. My actual PCs are antiquated. I have a laptop, but because of my vision, it's almost like it doesn't matter what size of screen I use. I have to hold it so close to my face that even on the laptop, the distance from the keyboard to the screen is a challenge from me. So I typically use my tablet or my phone for most things because I can hold them close enough to see.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. What kind of tablet and what kind of phone do you have?
S7, Samsung S7 tablet and Samsung Z Fold.
Okay, so Android is the common theme in all.
I'm sorry?
Android is the common theme in all?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's helpful to know. So you may be better off, it sounds like, just staying with the phone and the tablet. Most of the functionality that you see, I like the computer, and for me, that's home. But my Irish colleague does all of his trading on the phone. So he may be better able to answer some questions specifically. One of the challenges with the phone, there is an advantage to the computer in some respects, like being able to have indicators and EAs. I don't think you can get them on the phone. If you can, it's news to me, but I don't think you can. Which means some of the fancier stuff, the tools that I'm fond of, like the position size calculator, not available on iPhone or iOS or Android.
And Fibonacci's too.
Yeah.
Fibonacci's actually I think are available because that's part of the trading platform. And let me make sure I'm not lying to you. Hang on. I'm pretty sure that is available.
You can't find it on MT4.
Let me see. There are a lot of built-in indicators. If you click on MT4, the little plus at the top, or the F rather, the indicators, there's a lot of stuff. Fibo is not right there. See, I don't do this on the, I found Fibonacci. I will be quickly demonstrating how inept I am on the phone, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, let's me grab share here for a minute. So the answer is yes, it is available. Now, learning to work it is a different matter altogether. I can do it very quickly on the computer, not so much on the phone. So I'll show you where it is, but you're going to be on your own as far as mastering it because I do it on the computer. I don't have the desire to do it in both places. Although maybe
I totally understand.
Sorry.
So I totally understand to get used to doing it one way because
Yeah. I think there's
PC and Android are two totally different animals. I guess that's one reason. Another reason I don't use my laptop that much because for a long time I was without one, and I just got in the habit of using my tablet and my phone for everything. And the Android system is so user friendly compared to Windows that I get frustrated when I start trying to navigate Windows again.
Okay, you should see at this point, hang on a minute, let me get Zoom here. Okay, you see my,
Yes.
I don't know why we're getting that. Oh, okay, it was just a lag. Now, if I go down at the top of the screen, you see the plus, the F, and what looks like geometric symbols. Do you see that?
No, might have to enlarge it here.
Very top of the screen. Barry,
Yes.
can you see it?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, the Zoom header was covering it up. Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Barry, can you see it?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm going to start with Fibonacci, which is the geometric symbols. So I click over there. Now you notice under add object, one of the objects is right below, and they made it easy on me. You see the second one from the left, there's two little lines and then an F. You see that?
Yes.
Click. And now, now is when we start to demonstrate how little I know about doing this on the phone. Hang on. I think I need to add one of these first. Let's see. Fibonacci retracement. Yeah, baby.
Okay, and you're inside MT4 right now?
Yes.
Okay.
This is MT4 on the iPhone. I'll do it on the Android. In fact, Barry, are you iPhone or Android?
Android.
Okay, I'm going to do this on the Android then. That'll help you guys more. I think it's virtually identical, but just in the
Yay,
interest of
Team Android.
just in the interest of making it completely legit. Hang on.
S7 is pretty old, man. I bumped up to S10. Now they're up to S20 something already.
I am going to close most of these. Okay. There we go. Share. Yeah, I have a 10 here. It's the 10 note. It was when 5G first came out and Verizon lied. I'm gonna call it what it is. I don't have great love for them. T-Mobile has been much
Can you
nicer.
hear me, Robert?
Yeah, go
Yes.
ahead, Bob. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I had it on my car and you guys couldn't hear me, so I had to take it off. Anyway, I wanted to say on that Note 10, be very careful because I had two of them to explode.
Oh,
Uh,
great.
yeah, one the technician was working on it exploded. I knew it was something wrong with it and took it to the technician and he took it back in his office and come running out, looking half scared to death. I'm like, what's wrong? He said, your phone just exploded. And I
Wow.
was like, really? And then the second one, the battery began to swell, it began to swell up and it was probably gonna explode. And I put it in the freezer and cooled it off. So just be careful. If it
Yeah.
what I noticed it did the first thing it did is it would lose its charge super fast. If you had it on a full charge in about 2 minutes, it would go almost to zero. That was what both phones did. So just be careful.
Yeah, this one is I'm not sure which one this is. Let's see.
This is the Note 10 I'm talking about. I had
Yeah, this is the Note
biggest
10.
one.
Yeah. This is similar to that, but it's a little bit different, I think. I hope. Where is that under Android features? I'm not even sure where to look for that. Anyway, I'll
For your phone.
yeah.
Yeah,
You probably could put it in the search at the top. Just put type of phone or something like that, and it
Model.
may. Yes.
I tell you, I looked at every indicator on the list, and I do not see Fibonacci's.
Yeah, it's there for sure. I just found it. Let's do that. I'll sort all this. I haven't had any trouble with this one as far as the operation of the phone, thankfully, and I've flown. Real bad place to have that happen would be in an airplane, and I delighted to report that I haven't had that happen with this one so far. But
Yeah.
it was the early 10. It wasn't the the one that ultimately came out. It was the one that was supposed to work with 5G, and it was Verizon, and they lied. It was really they actually took a lot of heat for that, by the way. Okay, here we go. Thank you for that, though, Bob. I appreciate it. So can you see at the very top of the screen the plus, the F, and the geometric symbol again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see it.
Okay. I'm going to click the geometric symbol, and we are going to add.
What are you looking at? Android now?
Yeah. You should see my screen, do you?
Right.
And I'm sorry, which of those symbols did you click?
Well, I clicked the little geometric thing, but I'm beginning to think it may be the one to the right. Let me see. I'm going to click all the way to the right. Nope, that's not it.
I thought you were doing Android.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on an Android phone, Barry.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Here's all the indicators you've got, by the way, and there's a ton of them. RSI is one I'm fond of. You see it down in the list down here. Click right there. There's RSI, and I'm going to add that to my chart. There's relative strength index. That's a handy one I like. Now you see it down at the bottom of the chart there. It shows me the relative the currency in this case, the USD Swiss franc, is a bit oversold. You see down there where it's below 70 and just above 30 on that line at the bottom. I think can move this down. Maybe not. No, I guess I'm stuck with the size, but where I think what I think we're looking for is underneath this geographic thing here. I'm gonna click now under objects. I'm gonna click the plus. So let me go back. Do you see the geographic objects in the upper right hand corner? Because that would be consistent with the iOS, the iPhone, would be the geographic objects is where Fibonacci is hiding. So I'm going to click there.
Point to it. I can't see.
I can't point to it. It's on a phone. You
It's
have
the
to track
top
along.
right.
There's a plus, there's an F, and there's a geographic symbol at the very top.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like a little circle, a triangle, and then like a wee thing. That's where you click on.
Right. Click. And now I'm going to click the plus. Click. And I'm hoping, yeah, I think we're going to. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Barry, that'll be
Yeah,
$50.
Yeah. Too bad I don't have the geometric circles.
What?
I don't have that.
What phone are you on, Barry?
MT4.
On the iPhone or Android?
Wait, I'm clicking all over the place. So let me I was like trading Android. Let me get back in here.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Now-
Okay, I found it.
Now, look on my
Okay.
chart, guys. And in the chart, you see USD CHF M1 over in the left side, just at the
Yeah.
top of the chart, not quite as far up as the tools, but look on there right now, and you're going to see a bunch of dots with an F. Do you see it in kind of the upper right-hand corner of the chart, not all the way up to the tools where we had the geographic stuff?
Yes, see
Yeah,
it.
we see
Look
it.
rectangular in
Yep.
shape.
Click. And
Okay,
so what I'm
see
thinking
it.
we do at that point.
You draw it then, Robert, where you want it.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is where I just don't know this well enough to be even halfway competent at it. It is there. How to use it, you're on your own. I could
You want
show
me to
you
give
on the
you a
computer.
shout, Robert?
I can't show you on here. Do you know how to use it, Robert?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. Perfect. Hang on a minute. I will kill my share and you go.
Bear with me. I'm going to have to join on here on the call.
Okay.
I
I
still
stopped my share. You should be able to share now.
don't have Fibonacci under the objects.
Don't know why. It is on Android. So there's something that's unusual somehow with your Android.
I'm happy to share screens, but
Let's see it work first on Robert's, and then we can maybe try to figure it out. Let me kill. We got some feedback coming in from somewhere.
It was me. I did it wrong. Robert, apologize. My fault.
Just what you need to do is turn volume down. Don't get in. You don't need audio on the phone. Just literally, you can go in with no audio, and then you won't have a possibility of getting a feedback loop. Okay, there's the little geographic symbol up at the top.
Okay, so we're going to scroll this in. Let's just say we're going to try and move it from, we're going to go from the high. Let me see if we can find it.
Wait. Before we get there, have you installed the tool already?
Should do. So I'm going to go to this. Yeah, that's it.
The geographic symbol.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a bunch of stuff on here. Okay. Scroll down and see if we see the Fibonacci tool already in your arsenal.
So if I go here,
Keep going. There. Whoa.
there.
The first one there, Fibonacci retracement, I think is the correct one. You see it?
Yeah. And then it's up in the top right.
Yeah. Now you see, guys, the dots with the F on it over to the right of DE40 cache M1 at the top of the chart, underneath the blue toolbar, but at the top of the chart in blue, dots with the F, a capital F. That is Fibonacci. Now you're on your own. I have no clue what to do to get that to work.
So bear with me. I did this a couple of times, but it's been a few weeks. I had it there 2 minutes ago. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, baby. Look at you.
You.
Johnny Phone Man.
There we go.
Strikes again. So there you go. And is it this MT4 or MT5 here?
This is MT4.
Okay.
See, we have the 23, the 38, and the 52. Robert, I used to get out of the bed in the morning to do it on the laptop. This is a bad job, this.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Barry, if you want to share screen, if you would like, we can help you. Is
Okay, I'd love to. Here,
that
share.
okay, Robert?
Sure. I don't know though. It's Barry. I don't know.
So I'm going to leave this one. Okay.
I'm having fun with my Chicagoan.
I know. Let's see.
It's already late morning for me, man. I mean,
I went to bed at 3:30.
sleep. I actually got up at 3:30.
I went to bed then.
Jeez, you're a beast.
Okay, so I'm going to click on the objects. You see it?
Correct.
Okay.
On
Now
the
click the
plus.
plus.
Ah.
Yeah.
The truth comes out.
Ah. Ah.
The truth comes out.
Hey, teamwork. Teamwork.
No. You scroll by it and you didn't select it. You got to select that bad boy. Click on it. Go back to where you just were. Click plus. Scroll down. Keep going. Click on Fibonacci. Nah.
That's there. That's it. It's there. Yep.
I see
Oh,
it
you
on
got
the
it this
top.
time. Okay. See the dots and the F,
Yeah.
Barry?
Yep.
Now, how do you get it?
So,
Robert, how do you trigger it? How do you trigger
what
it
you
so
do
you get
now
the start and the
is-
stop point?
so what you do now is you put your hand on the highest point and start dragging it, and that should automatically have it active.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
There you
Easy
go.
squeeze.
Start moving
Drag
it
it
down
down,
way
Barry.
or up. Yeah, that's it.
You're doing it. Yeah. Drag it over. You got it a little bit. There you go. And then drag it down to the bottom of that. Yeah.
Make sure it's at the bottom of the bottom of that wick and then the top of the other one.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at the top, you've got a swing high that you're a little bit lower than the swing high. Drag it over to the right on the top a little bit, Barry. Yep. Keep going. Now down.
Trying to hold on.
Down to the top of that. On
I
You gotta
can't-
do the bigger.
on
bigger
candle
thing.
candle three, you want to capture that wick right at the top of that wick. Keep going. That's candle 2. Candle 3 is the one, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Bingo.
Sweet.
You get the yellow star for the day, Mr. Elrod.
Yeah. It's another $50.
That is another $50 right there, at least.
Wow. All right. Now I'm going to start winning.
That's it.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. Let's educate
That's what
each
I
other.
did.
Now, what you need to be mindful of is where do you start and where do you stop? Okay.
Mhm.
Right.
If-
And when do you put the 0? I think it's going down. I put the
So-
100 at the top. And if I
Nope.
think it's going up,
No, it's the other way around. I would put it, well, I don't know. Let's see. You think it's going down right now, right?
yeah. Look. Okay. I'm listening.
So there, what I can see there, we have the low, the high. Okay, so where we would start the fib is from the bottom to the top, and then you would want it to come down to either the 38 or the 50. This fib at the minute is the wrong way about. For us looking for a retrace to come down and then push back up.
Well, that's what I'm trying to drive at. Which is it you're trying to do, Barry?
Well, I think it's going down, but how do I, if I think it's going up, how do I, if I think it's going up, do I want the 100 at the bottom?
Well, here's the if it's not a retrace, let's just explore for a minute. You think it's going to go one direction because that keeps it simpler.
Well, it is retracing a bit,
I
actually.
know, but let's pretend it's not. Okay.
Okay.
In other words, you would start at the top with your point of your 0 would be at the top and your 100 would be at the bottom if you thought it was going to go one way, just down.
Right. So how do I invert the
You got to do
zero?
it over again.
How do I get out of this?
So click on it to see the wee dots, hold your hand on it, and then you'll get the delete on the right-hand corner up the right-hand side. Can you put your hand now on the fib? Kind of click on it?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Where the little dots are, if you can click close to the little dots.
Hold on. I'm trying to click the little dot at the top.
There should be dots in the middle and down the sides as well. Once you see a whole pile of little black dots, it gives you then the option to delete.
Click on the bottom left-hand corner. That one's nice and kind
Yep.
of by itself. Over on the left, just down at the bottom of the, yep.
There we go. There it is. You had it.
Is it a click and press maneuver?
There. It's like when he clicks it, it'll give you like a little bun delete option up in the top right.
There's a difference between click and press.
Yeah,
There it
what's
is
that?
there.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Delete.
Kill, hit the trash can.
Trash
the
can,
trash.
correct.
Okay.
Now, if you were trying to get this set up where you want to say, okay, I think it's going to go from top to bottom and I want to see where the 23 is from the top, where the 31, 31.8, the 50, the 61.8, etc. Start, click your little geometric thing again. How is it? Wait. Hang on a minute. How is it he's not getting this stuff in his favorite list, Robert? How do you get this set up so that it shows up on that list?
So if he comes back out of add object, move away from that. There it is there. Just click on the fib, just click on it, and it pops into your screen.
Oh, got it. Okay, so the tool, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so in other words, the tool is right at the top.
Correct.
You got to
Hidden.
give people's eyes a chance to find it. Don't go too fast.
Where
Okay,
I am at
now-
the bottom.
Yep, you must have clicked down there, I'm thinking.
You have to go in again and add the fib, Barry.
Well, you have to get rid of that one first. Go back over to your chart for a minute. To the chart. Get rid of the one that's on the screen down there. You see you got your dots?
Yeah, how do I get rid of it? Hold it.
Just same maneuver. Click and hold.
Guys, I'm gonna have to jump off. I got some business to handle,
Okay,
but
Bob.
I'll definitely rejoin you guys. Appreciate you.
Oh,
Thank
terrific.
you.
Thank you. And we'll be back in the saddle on Tuesday. And we
Yeah,
have it.
Tuesday.
Where are you located, by the way, Bob? Just quickly before you jump.
I'm in Dallas. I'm in
Okay,
Dallas.
so you're central. And who are you with in Manifest?
Barry, you don't remember? I don't think you remember me, Barry.
Okay.
We did a Zoom. You don't remember we talked about
what is your
Troy
last
Rada
name?
and Sims. It's Barlow's, but I signed up as Barlow's. Barlow Sims.
Okay, there we go. That's where I'm not.
Yeah, I sponsored Troy Rada.
Okay. Yeah, it was the name that was throwing me. We have an event today at 2:30 your time.
Okay.
So that's a perfect one to bring guests to. And you can tell them about what we're up to, that we lie and we cheat and we steal. No, I'm
Yeah, well, hey, that'll get everybody. They love scams. That's all people want today.
They like the lying, cheating, and stealing, huh? Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I kid, but we're going to be
Those are all the successful programs.
we're
By the way,
going to
Bob,
be
before
we're
you
going to be
go, I'm
doing
in
our
Dallas
thing at
also.
2:30 p.m. Central Time, your time, 12:30 my time, and 8:30 UK time. 3:30
Okay.
today. So great opportunity to bring prospects in. And, we, as you can tell, we like to have fun, and we also like to make money, which we did 3 days in a row. So, and we,
Okay,
now and then we impart some technology tips and ideas like what we're up to today. We can even get Barry Elrod on board. I mean, let that sink in.
Right.
Wow. Now that's major. Now somebody said they're from Dallas on the call.
Yeah, that's me, Dennis.
Oh, okay,
I'm also
Dennis.
in Dallas.
Yeah. I'm in Rockwall, technically. I'm sure
All
you know
right.
where that's at.
We'll
Yeah.
have to meet up at Primo's sometime.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You
For
know
sure.
where Primo's is?
I have no idea.
Bass Pro Drive.
Oh,
Off
yeah.
I-30.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a balcony that looks out over the lake.
I've been there before, so I know where you're talking now. I forgot the name. Yeah.
Yeah. Hook up. We'll meet there for lunch or dinner or something sometime.
Sounds good.
How about them Cowboys?
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for you guys. You caught that for you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I may
nice
switch one
meeting
day.
a fellow Texan.
Yeah. So y'all take care.
Take care,
Thanks,
Bob.
Enjoy the
Carlos.
training. All right. See ya.
Okay, Bob.
How do I make my RSI smaller so it doesn't take up so much screen space?
Yeah, that sucks. I don't like that. Are you able to do that, Robert, on the phone?
Very well for me, gentlemen.
It chews up too much real estate.
What's that? That zoom heading at the top?
No, the RSI. The relative strength index is a very useful tool. Oh, I see. So you can style 2 pixels, level 40/60.
Yeah, but it doesn't let me
There's
squeeze
no
it down.
size. There's no size. That sucks. Huh.
All right, back to the Fibonacci. Let's do a little minute of Fibonacci training.
Okay. Scroll, get your chart over. So you can see the price action where it is, because you're off price action right now. Keep going. I want to see that what's over on the right as far to the left as you can get it.
I can't move it. That's it. Could
So hold on.
Try
Barry, on your screen, kind of hold your finger on it or thumb, just hold it on it. And now pull it to the left. You want to create another line. It's like hold your finger on the screen. There we go now. There we go.
So that maneuver is press and hold.
Correct.
Yep. Now, you can also, Barry, you can adjust the relative size of everything. It's itty bitty right now. On your right-hand side, you can do a pinch maneuver on the right side with your thumb and your index and decrease the distance or increase the distance over on the price range. And that will give you, it's like drilling in and drilling out, if that makes sense. Magnify in or magnify out.
well, I could you mean to make the candles bigger?
Yeah. You can do that very easily by just stretching the price stuff. There you go. You know how to do that, obviously. There you go. Yeah. Stop right there. Stop right there. Now, turn on your Fibo tool. Then go back to the chart.
The Fibonacci retracement?
Yeah.
Just for clarification, whose screen are we looking at right now? Is this yours?
No, this is Barry Elrod's. Chicago's in the house.
Okay.
The home of the Bears. Both of y'all are going to lose to the Seahawks. I hate to break it to you, but
I was waiting for that.
It's going to be minus 10 degrees with wind chill like Sunday here.
Oi, oi, oi. So
yeah,
the Bears are better equipped for that.
Okay,
That nonsense. Okay,
never understood
now
why
at
they
the
always
top
have outdoor stadiums in the north.
It disappeared when I clicked it. The Fibonacci.
So what you do,
Now, what you do is get the Fibonacci tool up there first, and then don't touch anything. Just let it sit for a minute. Right at the top right now, do you see F?
Yeah.
Okay, now click on your chart very close to your swing high there on candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the red one with the highest
Yep.
one with the wick. Click right
Yep.
there on the wick. Click. Bing.
Okay.
Now click down near the bottom of candle number 3, the big green one. That's the lowest one. That's the swing low. Actually, my bad. Grab
I
the
gotta-
little dot at the top and drag it down to the bottom of candle number 3.
yeah.
The dot that you already placed on the screen, Barry.
Yep. I'm holding it, and I'm trying. Believe me.
I believe you. Thousands wouldn't, but I do.
When I click you see what pops up each time?
Yeah, I know it's hard, Barry, because I've tried it. You literally have to be on the pinpoint circle and then it will move with you. If you want to go to a bigger time frame, maybe 30, it'll get you a bit of more room to get at it.
But Barry, there's hope.
I
There's hope.
got a big thumb.
Probably want to do this maneuver with an index. Can he click right on the number and then drag down?
Yep, on the number right beside the dot. Yep.
I'm trying. Oh,
I think Barry also, it's not click and tap, it's click, press, and drag.
Yep.
Got to be precise with the instructions.
click, press, and then those dots show up. You see on the right when I'm holding it? And
No,
I'm trying to.
but I think that's an indication that you probably have it right, and then you just need to drag down while still pressing. If this was on a computer, we'd already be done. We'd be out having breakfast.
Boy, I'm holding, I'm clicking, and what happens are the dots either show up on the right.
Barry, do you see the numbers? See where it says
Yep.
4, 2, 3? Just put your thumb or your wee finger on it and just move it down with you. Just put your thumb on the 4, 2, 3 and start moving it down.
Nothing. The only thing that shows up are those dots on the right. Let me try. I'm holding it. Believe me, I know I live on this phone. I know how to do this stuff, but it's not. It's
Can you
not
delete?
correct.
Can you maybe get rid of it again?
Oh,
There we
I
go.
just got it.
There's
Well-
hope. Now drag it over to the right a little bit, Barry. Don't lift, just drag it to the right. There you go. Bing, bada boom, bada bing.
Stop.
Now adjust the top one down a little bit. The one that is just grab the dot and move it down a little so you get to the top of that wick on candle number 3. Candle count, by the way, guys, is always from the right to the left. 1 is the little red itty bitty one. 2 is the red one next door. 3 is the swing high. Drag it down a little bit, Barry, so you get that.
Believe me, I'm trying.
I believe you. Thousands wouldn't, but I do. No. Click. Actually, I just learned something. Did you see that pencil pop up there? What you did.
Yep, I see the pencil.
Does the pencil mean edit, Robert?
Pencil draw all over your screen.
Ah,
Yes,
let Barry
pencil
have
means
that.
edit.
Don't let Barry have that.
Yeah, I don't. I'll draw over you.
So at the minute, Barry, you can't move it because it's not active. You got to click on the fib there now. It's
There you
active.
go.
So you start moving it.
The dots are the indication that it's active and can be manipulated. So you just need to grab right on the dot. I mean, right on the dot, and just drag down slightly, but it has to be active. There you go. Now drag down.
There we go.
There we go.
Barry's
Up
gonna
to
be
the
a
top,
pro.
to the top of the wick.
Stop.
Right there.
Okay.
That's close enough. I'm gonna practice again.
So
Now,
we're looking at
so I lied to you from the top down. If you wanted to see the retraces as you were going down, you do it the opposite of the way you just did it. Because you should see from the top 23%, then 38.2, then 50, and so on. We've got it ass backwards. You,
And how
you
do
got
I,
it?
so if it's
Kill it and do it
retracing,
over again. You need the practice anyway.
yeah,
Plus for Barry on this here, he's looking for this to come up to hit the 38. So he has it correct the way he is at the minute. If he wants this to continue going down, he goes from the top to the bottom. At the minute, it's at the 23. It did hit the 38. So it looks like me, it's already did its retrace up to the 38 level, and now it's continued to move down, if that makes sense, Robert.
It
Yeah.
doesn't. It doesn't. It still would be from the top down. So in other words, you're beyond the 50 because you're really gunning for 100 if you want this to go down, right? You want 100 at the bottom and 0
No,
at the
100.
top. Zero should always be on the start. So
So
in
how
other
do I-
words, we're well beyond 61.8 at this point, I'm pretty sure. So there's a very high probability it is going to go on this graph all the way to 0. But it's ass backwards. It should be 0 at the top and 100 at the bottom. If you
then
want
how do I, so what do I
just
do?
kill it. Just make it active. Click it again. So you got the dots.
Where am I
Oh.
clicking?
Click right on the line.
Which
Just
line?
in between the 0 and the 23.6, the angled line that is part of the Fibonacci component.
Oh, I see.
Click right on that line. I'm guessing here too. Robert, you know the phone a hell of a lot better than I do. So anytime
For
I'm
me, the 100, say now Barry wants, he wants to know it's dropped. How far is it going to come back up and retrace before it continue falling? The 100's at the top, the 0's at the bottom.
Right, if I think it's
I-
retracing, but if I want to put, if I think it's dropping and I want to get out of this and put it back on, I'm trying to figure out where to get the dot, how to erase it.
Again, just kind of hold, your kind of put your wee hand maybe in the middle. It shows up the dots, and now it's hard, Barry. I know because I've tried it a few times. It is hard to get rid of it.
You've got one actually.
Yeah, I just garbage. Oh wait, no.
You had one there down toward the bottom of your chart. But clearly here's you're going to need to play with this, Barry.
Yeah, I'll figure
Obviously
it
to
out.
master it, but it's there, you can do it. And then it's just figuring out the minutia. And then we'll have you on a training call because you'll know it better than anybody.
Oh yeah.
So
All right.
it's a matter of preference on the Fibonacci tool. I would go from 0 to 100 on a scenario like that because I want to know where it is in relationship to 61.8 on the bottom, not on the top in this case. Because if it hits 61.8, there's a very high probability it's going to continue all the way down to 100%. If it breaks that with, decisively. So, okay, you got rid of it somehow. That's good. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to start, we started at that time on the top and then drug down, start on the bottom and drag up. And you can make the comparison then. Yep.
Okay. There
Yep.
we go. So we want, if I think it's going down, I put the 0 at the top.
Yeah. And drag it, put it on the top of your most current swing high, which is to the right of where you are. Quite a bit to the right. That candle number 3, the big red one with the wick on the top. There we go. Get your 0 on top of that wick.
Yeah, play with a little screen.
Just
here.
drag down a little bit. You were close.
I know.
Now, while we're looking at that particular graph, just for predictive purposes, do we know what caused that sudden huge variation in the chart when it was, when you look to the left, it's just minor movements and then suddenly boom, and it's bouncing up and down.
That was probably the open of the equity markets in New York, and there was there was some big news today, CPI.
Okay.
You need to come down a little bit more, Barry. Get on top of that wick. You got there you go. Keep going. Whoa. You went by it. Get the wick, not
You
the
don't
body.
understand. My thumb is on where I'm dragging it. My thumb is over where I'm trying to see the goddamn wick.
I feel your pain.
There we go. Right there.
That's close.
Ugh. I'm trying
Then
to do,
you want to drag the bottom down to the current swing low. Now you're way too far left. Way too far left.
hold on, I'm trying to move.
On your current movement, if that's what you're wanting to see, which I think it is, you'd want to drag the drag the bottom over to the right. You're
It's a,
way
well, what sucks is the numbers are on top of the candle, so I can't put my thumb in.
well, no, just drag what is I'm assuming you're dragging the bottom.
Here.
Yeah. Drag it to the right. Well, you're dragging the
And
whole
then
tool now for some reason. I don't know why. It up there, yep.
this is so. I'm trying to see my numbers again.
Where
Can't.
what you're doing with your bottom left hand one there is what is the issue. You don't want it nearly as far left as you have it. You want it over to the right a bit, and you're trying to get the line that is to the right of that bottom. That's called a handle. You want that line about where you have it. Just go up now with that bottom handle so that that line is positioned at the swing low on the red candle. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Bang! You hit it. You went by it. Get the 100. Get the 100. Drag it down a little, just a little. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Down. Don't go to left. Just down. Just down. Whoa! Got it. Now click again so you don't lose that. Okay. It's a little bit, you got to adjust a little bit. You'll figure that out. Click anywhere. How does he get rid of the handles, Robert?
So as what I say, just click touch anywhere in the screen so that becomes deactivated. So it means you don't move it.
Right.
You need to get rid of the dots.
Click anywhere but on top of that, Barry. There you go. It's deactivated. Now zoom it up a little bit. Drag the chart to the left. Press and hold on the white section of the chart to the left. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. Now, so you're beyond, you're way beyond 61.8. Okay. So chances are good when you've broken that decisively, which it clearly did, chances are very good that it's going to hit 100. Oh.
There you go.
Barry.
Let's go. We'll make this exciting for everyone. Come on, 100.
So,
all right. Now I'm going to be really dangerous here.
don't forget to set your stop. You were eager to get in the trade. Be eager to protect your capital more so.
Where should I put the stop here? At the 61?
That's a long ways.
Yeah.
Your stop should be no higher than, I'm trying to think here, the last previous high.
Right there?
It needs to be down the lower time frames. Because you can't go by higher time frames.
Go to a 15 or even a
5 minutes.
Zoom it up a little bit so we can see better. There we go.
Yeah,
that's good.
That previous high.
So just under the 618, Robert, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just
by
there.
By the wick or that red candle?
Top of the wick. Just below the 618 there. That's it there. Yep.
So 3758346.
Yeah. It's plenty of room to move. I don't think to be honest with you, I don't think it's gone up there, but it says not financial advice. I'm just marked it out in my own chart on my trading view, and it's all pointing one way down.
Yeah. chances are good when it breaks that on most instruments, when it breaks it decisively, which it did, it just roared down, did a quick retrace back up and touched it. You see that with candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The red wick on candle 6 went, touched it, and it said, oh, hot stove, and then ran the other direction. Then it came back up again, sort of on candle number 4, kind of got there on that little doji, and then a big, huge engulfing candle. Really good sign. Really good sign. In other words,
And
it's respected the 618 level, and then you see the in the price action, the big engulfing candle. That's
right.
a tell. That's a big tell because you got a doji. It's indecision. It's like, okay, I don't know what to do. And then the bear said, "Let me show you. Hold my beer." And down it
now
went.
put my take profit at, down here.
I would. Yeah,
Around right
a
there.
little above that level is
Right
where
there.
I would have you consider. Yeah,
Right.
right in there, because it's very probable that it will hit that. It'll test it again. This is the stuff you're supposed to do before you pull the trigger, Barry.
Barry, you and me, we get on well. I'm bad. I always do that first, and then I do the stop loss.
Ready,
Well,
shoot,
right.
aim.
Right. I got to jump in. I don't want to miss it.
Ready, shoot, aim.
no, there is. It's just
No, this is going to help me a lot.
by
It will.
looking at this. When I'm looking at this on my end, I'm looking at the fair value gaps, and it kind of has to fill it before.
Can you get that on the phone? The fair value gap somewhere, somehow?
I'm
Yeah,
on my Trinity.
I got to learn fair value gap.
You
It's
will.
so
Stick
important.
around.
Yeah, it's important, as it moves ways, Barry, as it moving down, it's creating fair value gaps above it. So it means there's an imbalance in the market. So it has to come back up, fill it before it moves down. You see this in the minute and the 5 minutes so much more. Not as much in the bigger ones, but in the smaller ones where all the noise is, it has to fill the fair value gaps and then it moves on.
Look at that. Textbook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those fib, as it says, those fibs, they're so good. They're so correct when you get the right.
Well, it's just funny how you can see. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Candle 7 now. That red candle. I mean, it just touched right on the 618.
Yes,
I mean,
correct.
That's not accidental.
Is it? I'm trying to think. I looked at something.
Yeah, too bad you can't put the lot size calculator on this.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that the computer, you have advantages with the computer with indicators and EAs and so forth.
Right, and you could drag. It's easier to move your lines and drag your
Yeah.
entries.
I mean, the phone is handy though. If you're busy and you're out, if you have proficiency on the phone, you're a hell of a lot better than I am because I'm a klutz on the phone. But as when I'm fishing, I'd like to be able to look at trades, and if I see something that's just, I don't need all the fancy stuff because it's such a obvious, evident entry. It would be nice to be proficient on the phone, Sal Leto, as an example, he's a beast of a trader. He trades a huge percentage of the time just on the phone. He doesn't use the computer much. And I was like, really? And he goes, oh yeah, watch this. There, just made, $6,000. I hate you.
Yeah. Thing with the height, like here, Barry, we're sitting looking.
Yeah, my R&R, risk to reward isn't equal here. But what were you gonna say?
So the thing with this trade here, what we've seen here today, we've seen the high of the market, we've seen the low. This is the only part where you can use the fib. You just can't put it on, for different. You have to find the high and the low of the day, and then this is where the tracement will come in, and this is where you find your entry. Am I correct, Robert?
Yeah, I mean, we did a smaller one than that because I think that the range for the day is probably beyond the 0 that we set for the 0 line and the 100. But this is the most recent move. In other words, we chose the swing high. Now, there's an argument to be made that says, okay, if you choose really the high for the day and the low for the day, you're going to have more accurate, but this is more timely, if that makes sense. In other words, within what it's doing right now. And you see, that I learned from a guy named Sean Lucas. The 618 is a very important number, and look at how it did it. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 candles. The 13th candle is the one that blew through the 618 like it was standing still. You see that? Big.
Yeah, right.
Candle,
So,
a candle of unusual size is another one to pay attention to. There are 2 candles of unusual size in comparison to everything else. Well, when you see that, that's the market going, I'm not thinking about this, I'm doing it. Vroom.
yeah,
And then another
Decisive break
more-
of 618.
I got a recording from Maurice. I was listening to him during you. He's doing some training, and he's got a nice little candlestick training I could get you.
Mhm.
here,
Talking about
We also
length
have a
and the
very good
size.
candlestick guy here.
Okay.
Dave does, what's his last name, Robert?
Dave Price.
Mm-hmm.
Like in this chart here, as a Robert, you were talking about that big candle that got rejected, but the other 2 candles above it, we see the doji. So that was telling us there's a change in the market coming. So that was literally the first, here it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of
You're
saying
talking about candle 5, that doji?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Right here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's candle 6 now, I guess.
6. Yeah.
Yep. What I was talking about is the break of 618.
Yeah.
Because you can break 618, and if it's tentative, then it's not as powerful. But when it roars through 618, pay attention. Pay attention. It
So-
was a decisive move through 618, pushing down and diving down really all the way almost to 100. So then it does a retrace. It breathes back up to 618, touches 618 on the retrace, and then chances are good it's going to come right back down. So where you entered, actually the killer entry on this trade would have been right there on that doji on candle 6, because it had just touched 618, and then it's going to come back down almost always, because you've got a huge engulfing candle on candle 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Candle 5 after the doji. Huge engulfing candle after the doji. It's like a classic setup.
Correct. Yes.
That's called a 3-bar reversal, by the way. That's what that's called.
Mhm.
You got the one before the doji, and then a big decisive now, if you really want the very optimum 3-bar reversal, the engulfing candle has to engulf the one before the doji. There's the green one before the doji, and then the engulfing candle. It engulfs the doji, but if it engulfs the candle before it, it's a slam dunk. You'll win that almost every time. And the euro, as an example, this is constant. And credit where credit is due. I learned this from another Texan, Brett Combs. Brett Combs is a master of the 3-bar reversal on the euro. He's good at it, and he taught me that.
Okay.
Robert, can I show you something before I jump? I know we have the fib this way. I did it the other way, but the 2 of them exactly line up.
Sure. You want to share your screen?
Yeah, if that's okay, because I'm going to jump as I have another wee Zoom coming up here.
Yeah. Barry, can you kill your share, please?
Sure. If I could figure out how to do it.
I figured it out for you.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, so I came from the top, I took it to the bottom again, it came up and it touched the 38, and then it got rejected and down it came.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I moved from the top to the bottom. As it says, Robert, you says either way, it's exactly the same, it works.
It isn't exactly, though. If you look at the math, you've got the 618 itself, the computation of the 618, let's see, 80. Yeah, it is a little bit different, because if you add 618 and 23.6, what do you get? I don't think you get 100. Maybe I'm lying. Hang on. 61.
Well, 8 and 6 don't equal 0.
Yeah.
6 and 3 is 8. No, you exactly get 100. Yeah. Very close. 98 points, 99 points on.
No, you don't. 618 and 23.6, not 3.82, 23.
I did hit the 318. on the retrace up.
No, I understand that, but mathematically, it's not the same as having it the other way around. In other words, I want to know when it's moving down, when it breaks 618 down
Oh.
from the top. So therefore, you'd have to place the number the other way around.
So if it's going down, zero's at the top. It's
Yes,
going
sir.
up, zero at the bottom. Got it.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because
Why am I getting the same again?
you did it from top to bottom. Do it from bottom to top.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, a friend of mine,
Yep.
she wants to she wants people to pay her to onboard how to use MT4. I was telling you about her, Dana.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like lives by Fibonacci's. Everything's
Yeah.
Fibonacci.
Fibonacci is a powerful tool.
There we go, Robert.
Now this time, notice 618. If you added 618 and 236, you don't come up with 100. If you add 618 and 382, you don't come up with 100. So you've got to use it in this manner to get the 618. When it breaks 618, then the likelihood that it's going to continue down, if it does it forcefully, which it clearly did, you're much more likely to see that the outcome that we're seeing.
So when you
So
add
both
something
ways, if it breaks 618 going up, get
Yeah,
out
it's
of
the
the trade.
same thing. It's just the inverse. Yeah.
when you add the 618 and the 382, that is exactly 100.
Yes.
Exactly 100. Or am I wrong? 6 and 3 is 9, and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Ah,
It is.
Yeah. So as you say, pinpoint. Exactly. Perfect entry. And then you go to the minute. I'm going to get off this fib. I just want to see why is it retracing up.
So it's good to see a doji around the 618, and then you could
Well, a doji anywhere. I mean, the
Yeah.
618 then acts as a confirmation because you know that the market often respects that number, but you kind of take it in stages of, one confirmation is it breaks 618 with force. Another confirmation is you look at it separately. Okay, there's a doji and it's followed by an engulfing candle. Another confirmation.
right.
There's these things along the way, along the path that kind of keep you headed down the path correctly.
Right. That looks like an M. Would you call that like a bit of an M?
Yes. It's got to
Okay.
break. If it breaks that line there now, we will get a good there. That line breaks,
Right.
and then we're coming down here very, very quickly.
I see.
Yeah. So again, it's just testing, but all the ticks is one push. And I can't see it coming up here. I can only see it coming down here first to tick out liquidity and then either move back up or again, it's the markets. They'll do their thing.
Got it.
Yeah. So this candle here will probably do it for you. There we
Look at
go.
there.
There it goes.
As ordered.
Textbook. The minute it hits this level here, I would be out.
I sent in the request and they clearly got the memo. Look at that.
It got
Come
my it took my profit. I hit that. I hit it.
I'm
Yep.
good.
That'll be $50.
Robert, I'm open at 100.
Too bad I wasn't trading more size.
But guys, it's great to know what we're doing here, what we're learning. It's
Oh yeah.
This is the best learning because if you have a mastermind group that wants the same, we can have fun, and at Barry's expense, that is. But we can have fun and wrestle on stuff together, and
Yeah.
people are going to learn a ton when we do this because that's how you learn. Barry, you started not knowing Fibonacci on the phone, and now you got a pretty good handle of it. You just got to get the fine tuning now.
Yeah. Yep.
No.
Oh yeah.
So there you
It's
go.
like I hit a new level now, which
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
great about.
Yep. There's milestones along the path, and that's an important one. If that's your main axe for trading is the phone,
Yes.
fib. And then there's some fine tuning stuff I don't want to get into today because you know what Amber's up to with changing her fib numbers around a little bit. She's got some tweaking she does. I'm so happy that she's one of the educators. She is a badass. She is.
Yeah.
I think she's the most confident trader. Don't tell anybody I said that.
I can't wait to hear her. Does she have some recordings or something somewhere?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She will be in the Manifest TV now, but you can go in a different doorway to get her old stuff through the FLN network to get the recordings there. And one to tune in on because it's going to be one that I want to make a focal point for me for the second half of our trading sessions these days is the silver bullet. The silver bullet is a killer strategy because it's super high probability. We can trade it the second half of our session. In other words, for me, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern, it's 10 to 11. Your time, Barry, 9 to 10 each day. And the currencies.
Wait. Did you say what time Eastern?
10 to 11.
Oh, okay. So 9 to 10. Perfect.
Yep. 9 to 10 for you, 8 to 9 for me, and whatever that is for our Irish friend. But it's the second half of our trading session, Robert. It's that would be 3 to 4 for you, right?
I'm not, Robert, honestly, I need to ask, as it says, we need to get on to Amber because I think somebody put up in the group 8 to 9, unless I'm wrong, 2 to 3, and then a 7 to 8, unless it's wrong. I don't know.
I think it is. I'm almost positive it's 7 to 8 my time because that's I immediately went, that's the second half of our trading session.
That's better.
So it would be perfect for that because we can look at it together and get everybody up to speed on it at the same time. We'll make mistakes, but trade demo until further advised.
Yeah.
Wait. Will she be doing live training on this? You're saying?
No. She does really good training. She's going to do her thing the same way. There's her training. There's others that have this. There's an Irish guy, coincidentally, I just heard about. There's a lot of people that know this strategy. What I want to do is kind of take an amalgamation of all of them and put together, and then we'll probably have our own flavor, our own touches on it. But the point being, it's an hour a day. It's highly rules based. It's sort of like when I go fishing, I can catch fish because I know how to catch fish in a particular place in Puget Sound, but it's based on the fish being there. Fish aren't there. I can be the best fisherman in the world. I'm not going to catch them. This is the same idea. If the market cooperates and you see a certain particular set of things hit what you know in advance it's supposed to do, and when it does it, super high probability. The guy that created it is brilliant. I think safe in saying he was an institutional trader someplace because he uses completely institutional language, which is tough for the newbie or the retail guy like me to get their brain around. But I'm going to tolerate him and plow through his whole thing as the starting place. That's the creator of it. Then there's several that have added to it, one of whom is Amber, and she's very good. She uses the Fibbo with she's got something else she does, what she calls her golden zone, and she'll teach on that. She's got it on the videos. Here's the central point though. Hour a day, 3 instruments, something like that. You can check it. The fish are either in or they're not. If they're in, you're going to catch fish. And usually about 3/4 of the time, you're going to have a winner. Super high probability. So you set your stops tight, walk away. That's it. And you can get that done. The guy that created it says you learn this and in 90 days, you can retire from your job.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back, guys. Robert, what pairs are we talking that's being traded?
I know the pound is one of them.
Okay.
Good question.
I think on the New York NAS 100 is one of them. And I think the Euro USD is one of them. But I don't hold me to this. I'm just slight bit more into it than you guys. By the end of next week, I'll be a lot more into it because I'm going to do a deep dive on it the next week and a half. I want to get it under my fingers enough that I'm trading real money with it.
Okay,
So,
and you referred to it. You called it something. This type
silver
of trade.
bullet. Silver bullet.
Silver bullet. Okay,
The creator is the
guy.
guy. Hang on a minute, and I'll tell you the creator's name. In fact, I'll show you because if
He's got some YouTubes, doesn't he? Going over.
Yeah, it's not just him. That's the point. The creator is hang on a minute and I'll find it here. I'll show you what his channel looks like, and I'd encourage you to subscribe to it. As with anything that's good, there is the evidence that it's good is how many people are creating their own version of it, you know, to try to explain it better, to basically ride on his coattails because it's so popular. And that's the clue that it really, you're on to something. You know, here's a bunch of people that
It's like the
have
trend. The trend is your friend.
ICT is the guy. Now let's see if I type silver bullet strategy ICT. He's a little tough to listen to. I won't lie. This is, by the way, is a one of a fella on Roberts Island that I'm told is very good. I just heard about that. Here's the guy right here. Can you guys see this?
I only see you.
I'll put
No,
it, sorry.
no, we
sharing
don't
would
see it.
help, wouldn't it? You don't have to be all that smart on Zoom to do what we do. Okay, you can see it now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy right here, the name of the guy, the man, the inner circle trader, and a clue is he's over 1 million subscribers. That's because he's a badass. Michael Huddleston is that guy's name. He's a little tough to listen to. You'll remember I said that when you hear him, because he uses a bunch of language and a bunch of terminology that I'm pretty sure is from his days in institutions.
Okay.
This guy right here, I haven't listened to it yet, but I hear good things about this guy. This guy's an Irishman. I think is he in Northern Ireland, or is he on your part of in Ireland?
He is in Ireland. Ireland.
Okay.
Which guy? Circle. Put your
This guy
mouse.
right here. This guy
Yeah.
right here.
Say his
Awake-
name because
Awake
it's so
FX.
small I can't see it. What's his name on
It's-
YouTube?
Look for Awake FX, like you're not sleeping anymore.
Awake.
Awake FX.
Okay.
And the other guy, the founder of this thing, the creator, is 4 words: the inner circle trader.
Got it.
What I would have you do is listen to these two, then listen to Amber, because you'll have a reference point. And Amber is the gal they just made a house trader for Manifest. She's now part of the Manifest corporate trading cadre, and she is terrific. I hope, by the way, Robert, if you in your travels talk to Stu or whoever or her directly, tell her not to get rid of her Sunday overview.
Sunday is still there, guys, at 8:30. She has an early call Monday, Friday, which is never going to shoot. Sunday call is there. It doesn't change.
What time is that
made me
Eastern?
nervous about the Sunday call, though, is they relabeled it as beginner call. And I'm hoping, because what she was doing is anything but beginner. So I'm hoping that she can do a beginner thing, but not change at all what she did on Sundays, because that to me was a real value add thing, because you can plan your week around her trade calls, her analysis. She's brilliant.
Back to the
Really strong.
Well, we'll
Let's-
find out about that.
Guys,
And
I'm
You
gonna
see
jump.
here, look at how many different ICTs there are, and you just scroll down and you've got, this is a clue about, it's a hell of a strategy, because there's probably 300 ICT imitators, but you want to start with the guy that created it, and this is the guy that created it right here.
And you find all those just by going to YouTube and doing a search for
just
silver
go
bullet
silver
strategy.
bullet strategy ICT. That was the search I did. Silver bullet strategy ICT.
Awesome, thanks.
one more thing. One of my guys was telling me that the pricing is kind of messed up. Joe Vojta, Czechoslovakia. He saw 199. The new $50 price and whatnot. Have you? Is that clear to you? I haven't checked it all out.
Let's take a quick peek. Let me see here.
And then the genealogy, when I looked, it just kind of took my list and it put it all over the place. So
I'll show you how that works. Keep in mind that we're about to see the current back office disappear. So I wouldn't invest a lot of time and energy in the current back office, but I personally oversaw the placement of the genealogy. I'm pretty confident it's correct.
Have you had a chance to talk to the CEO? Weren't you gonna speak to him, the kid?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Okay, let's say I just clicked my link, so I'm pretending I'm customer here. Let me go to where I'm not cookied. Hang on.
Your link being the replicated link they give you
That's right.
on the
Yeah,
site.
that's the one to use now. Yep.
Okay, good.
Let me go to an incognito
And
window.
so we could still do the carrot. There's the holding tank and all that. We could
Yeah. Yep.
hope-
And the holding tank, I'm told, is going to be, I can't remember what she said now that I'm saying that. I don't know if it's, I think it's a
Yeah.
week.
we're gonna need a training on this stuff.
Okay. Now notice right off the bat, right down here, can you guys see my screen, first of all?
Yep.
Yes.
Right down here in red, you're being referred by. So that's something you want to have your people develop that acuity. Say, look, when you click on my link, you're going to see a box in the bottom right-hand corner and tell them your email address. To look for that email address. They confirm it right there. Now I'm going to say get started. Click. And I come down here. Let's see what we get. No, it's right. There you go. Here's platinum customer, $50 a month, and then 99 after the first month. Scroll down a little further. And see what you got to do is you got to get, so you see this yourself first.
Right.
You go left, right. Well, this is annual over on the right. This is CEO customer. That is quite a bit more expensive. There's some benefits. If you travel a lot, this is probably a really great deal. And I think,
it's hard to see on my screen, so I'm moving things all around. Start
yeah,
at the beginning.
I don't like the phone on this stuff.
Yeah, the 50. Go back to the first one. Does the 50? I want to see 99 after the first month. Where's
right
it?
there. Right there.
Where? In super
Right,
small.
right. I can't. I'm sorry. Get
And
on the
fine,
computer
and
and you'll see
fine
it better.
print. And
On the
fine
first
print.
sentence, Barry, the first sentence.
I see it, but it's so small. They should make that a little bigger. It should
Get
say
on a
right
computer.
no, but right next to the 50, it should
I know.
say,
I know.
monthly.
I know.
It says monthly membership, really big.
I'm just giving you a
monthly.
hard time. I understand, but it is easier to see on the computer. Just
I
saying.
understand, right?
Now,
But they
the language that really I should be using is this is not responsive, because if it was responsive, you'd come in, I'd see it on the computer and I'd be a happy camper. You'd see it equally big, or they'd have it formatted. So based on your phone screen size, it responds to your phone and it formats it in a way you can see. I won't argue the point.
But when how I work and how I look at something, I scroll, I work quick. All I see is monthly membership, $50 per month. I see the 50 and I look below it and it says per month. I don't read that next sentence all the way over,
Yeah.
where it goes up to 99.
Well, that's my point. It's not responsive. And whoever is their web designer should make it so it is responsive, because a lot of people these days use nothing but the phone. If we created it, my digital marketing team, you'd see that bad boy on any device you use.
Right. So when you talk,
adjust.
right, are you going to have a chat with these guys?
Yeah, and I would have you chime in as well.
I'm happy to. I'm the old man.
Do it in the customer group, and then I'll forward it, because they're customers, and I don't mind you being candid. Don't be a, do it in a way where it's not disagreeable, but you can disagree.
Right.
If that makes sense. There's a subtle line there. Let me show you now. This is $50. This is annual over to the right. This is CEO customer. This is a whole different price point. It's $349 a month after the initial 99. But if somebody travels, there's some really cool stuff here. I probably will get this at some point. Then here's the second one that is and for you guys as builders, this will probably be the first one. It's $70 and then 119 after the first month. So this is inclusive of customer and IBO. And it says that up here, platinum customer and IBO.
Right. And what's the first one called?
Platinum customer. Platinum customer.
Got it.
Yep. And I won't argue the point about the text. It is there. It needs to be set up so it's responsive. If you've got a phone, you should see it, the proportions should be appropriate for the phone, no matter what device you're using. That means it's responsive to the device. That's what it's called.
Right. And bold flat letters.
It isn't.
I mean, speak English. It should say $70 first month, and then in big letters.
I get it. I understand it. But what I'm telling you is the wording, the technology is called, is it a responsive website? If it's responsive, it responds to the screen it's displaying on. That's the language the internal guys use, the developers use. To say it,
Yeah.
it moves, it expands or contracts based on the device you're on. And they should do that, absolutely, because a lot of people use nothing but a phone.
If they just remove that second sentence and put it bold at the top next to the 70, then it's clear as day.
Yeah.
Super clear.
Yep. Just make the point in the group and then I'll forward it, because it's one thing if they hear it from me only. If they hear
Right.
it from multiple people, particularly one that's doing good things with building, that would be you.
Yep.
And I'll be sure to augment what you say with a little "told you" without being a jackass.
Right. I mean,
there's several things I'm doing that with, which is, and I've got a bigger bully pulpit now because we had a pretty good run there. And now all of a sudden we're getting connected at higher levels, which is good. Not surprising.
Right.
But
if it was up to me, it would say in that big bold typeface where it says 70, it would say 70 first month and then a hyphen 119, just as big as that 70.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all you need. And then it's clear.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna bring this thing in for a landing. We had a good day, got some good profits. We got some good technology stuff. We had a little bit of fun here and there. So all things being equal, I'd call that a good day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Robert Burns.
Yes.
Can you give me a phone call after the meeting?
Yes. Who is this?
This is Ron, Tanya's husband.
Oh, hello, Ron.
Let me give you my phone number because you don't have my phone number. You got hers.
Okay.
It's
good.
20.
Let me write this down so I could sell you some Amway.
Okay, that'd be great. I got a basement full of it. Okay, it's 205 593 9243.
205-593-9243.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Sure. I'll call you in just a minute here.
Okay.
All right, guys. If we don't talk before, have a good weekend. If you're going to bring guests to the event today, I'll love you more than I do already. That's how we grow our business, and we'll try to bring it. I'm going to go out and get some exercise so my attitude improves. I'm tired. I got up early to manage a bunch of trades, but I take these seriously. I like to be on top form, and sometimes I am, and sometimes I'm not. I'll do my best to try to bring it today on that event.
And that event is at 3:30 Eastern in the same room here.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Great job, guys. Appreciate all your work.
Thank you. Having fun and making money. Hard combination to beat.
And where did you put your flyer so I could send it to some people
For
today's call?
Let me show you where to find that always.
Or you could pop it up and I'll take a snapshot too.
Let's see here. If you go to manifest customers, we always put it in there. There's one right there under this is the one to put in customers and IBOs on your team. This one you can put in prospects and anybody in here. Don't put prospects in the customer group. Put prospects in the one, and I like this one. I always do the stuff here because I want prospects to see what we're up to. And I've been twisting arms with the corporate guys because they always just do the acknowledgement of new people in the customer one. I said, man, you want to do it in the regular one, the big one, because then the prospects see it. They see evidence of production. This thing's hot. It's like a beehive in there, and that's exactly what we want. So I always put them in here. Here's a couple of different versions of it. Here's one that's by itself where it wasn't forwarded. Right there.
Manifest Time Freedom Team. Let me see if I got this here. Telegram.
And then our trading signal group, and this Barlos is for you more than anybody here because I think you're the newest guy right now. These three are absolute. You want to be in them. Okay.
Oh, I don't have the Time Freedom Team. That's where I'm not seeing it.
You should now.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah. The other thing that you want to consider doing, guys, if you're like me and you go to all chats and you see this long list from hell of Telegram channels and groups, who can stay on top of all that? I can't. So they've got a thing called chat folders over on the left here. Notice I've got signals all by themselves segregated. I don't want anything messing with my signals. When that sound comes in, it makes an obnoxious sound. I pay attention to it. Personal is above it, so family is above that, but signals is next on the list. That tells you about priority, okay? Here's manifest with my team. That's the next priority. Then here's new manifest. Here's manifest news, the announcements. I separated the signals from the announcements. I should really put them like that. So I've got manifest. This is manifest directly from manifest. This is with FLN. Between
You
these
should
two,
do-
you're going to know everything that's going on. Okay.
Yeah, you should do a little recording on.
I have. I sent it out to you. You need to listen to it.
I need it, Barry.
There you go. I like him already. Accountability
Yeah.
for the upline. Chop,
By the
chop.
way, Barry, did you get me placed where I'm supposed to be?
Yeah, at the very bottom, right where you
Yeah,
wanted to be.
Yeah, well, anyway.
The other group, yes, and I personally oversaw that. So if it's wrong, it's not Barry, it's me.
And Troy should have came directly under me.
Who?
Yep, Troy.
Right.
Yeah,
He
and
is.
what I want you to see here, Barlos. Do I call you Bob or Barlos? What do you prefer?
Barlos is fine.
That's
'Cause I know you
distinctive.
got
As a,
some
we need
Bobs
another
already.
Robert like a hole in the head.
Right.
By the way, when
when
Robert and I
you-
are on at the same time,
My question to you,
we
Robert.
we solve this way. Robert and I are on at the same time. You can call me Robbie. That way, I was Robbie as a kid, and that's my ancestor's name. So that's a way of distinguishing between the two of us. Hold that thought for 1 second, Barry. I want to show Barlow something very quickly. So these three right here, the green ones, are really, really important to be in for our group, as in addition to some of the groups from Manifest, some of the groups from Freedom Lifestyle, and certainly you can add on things that are of interest to you. The other one I want to draw your attention to is this one. You are on my outside left. You are on Barry's outside left. We do that thing called the carrot tree. We're going to go over that in here because everybody that's in this group shares a lineage in that line. Does that
Okay.
make sense? My
Yes.
other side, you'll never see these guys. I mean, you want to compete with them, maybe. I'd love it if you did. Outside right, outside left. And then it's up to you guys. Barry, you need to get an outside right for yourself. Barlos, you need to get an outside right for yourself, your own group, because you'll manage that one. I'll help you set all this stuff up, but I won't place anybody on either of your right. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm going to place people on the left, and they'll be in here, and I won't be a secret agent. The minute we get a hot molecule that's a known quantity, the perfect scenario is they have experience as a networker, they have experience in the binary, they either are excited about trading or they already know trading. Perfect carrot. We place them in the holding tank, and then we offer them to other people as an incentive to join. We place people above them. Their first recruit after the deadline, we place that. We get the assurance from the person that gets them that they're going to place people below them down the left. 1 is the minimum. And they need 1 as a customer anyway. The other catch is if they're going to get the stud, they've got to also be a customer IBO. We're not going to place a customer above them. They got to be a customer IBO. When they enroll a customer, which they need to do, that customer IBO after the deadline, they place that down at the bottom left, whoever's down at the bottom there. That's it. And that carrot tree was responsible for 36, something like that. I lost count in Barry's line down that line. It went really well. Now I'm over on the right side. You won't see me a little bit. As far I'll help out with the being gatekeeper until somebody can really take the mantle on your side, Barry. But on the right side, I'm working over there. We've got a new person coming aboard over there, I think, and that's where Dennis Garon is over on the right, the fellow from Dallas that's on the call.
No,
So he's in this one right here.
Okay. We need to find a good anchor for that left side. How long is the holding tank?
I think it's 2 weeks, but don't hold me to that. I've got to check that out. In fact,
What if a holding tank person wants to start building his other side or whatever?
I mean, ultimately it's all up to them, but if they are going to participate in the carrot tree, let's say we've got somebody down that's a really strong player. Okay.
Yeah.
let me show you this because it would be easier to, the picture is 1,000 words, and Barlos, I don't think has seen this. Okay, let's say this is the picture, and don't be put off by Yoli here. I drink my energy drink every day. It's not a company I really want to market because I just don't like marketing nutritional stuff, but I'm lazy and I never changed this. This started its life when my hair color was this color. No joke. 1994 is when this little device, and every time I do a binary, I use it because it ain't broke, why fix it? So the way this works is you start here. So I go to somebody and I say, okay, hey, I've got this really cool thing. I've got this stud that just came aboard, and you can have them. And there's a catch because they know there's a catch. So you might as well just hang a lantern on it. So
now,
what we
when you
do,
say have them, Robert, are you meaning personally sponsoring the person, or they're going to be put under you?
let's say that Barry found them. And
Okay.
I found them. You found them. Somebody found a stud. Okay. And that
Mhm.
stud's name is Mo. Okay. You
Okay.
see on the screen? And we set up a
Okay.
deadline. That might be Sunday. I think it's going to be Monday now, by the way. All right. I think it's going to be midnight Seattle time, which I was honored that they did that. I think it's midnight Seattle Pacific time on Sunday is the cut. So we would probably have our deadline at 9 p.m. so we can get everything organized and placed before they're going to process that week's business. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
In other words, do it on a weekly basis. No matter what the holding tank says, we have an arbitrary time, but it's not arbitrary. It's tied to the compensation. So let's just use that for now, because that's an easy thing to change if we want to. But here's the mechanics of it, Barlos. You get a guy named that's a stud. It could be enrolled by anybody. I'm going to say Barry enrolled this guy.
Okay.
And this guy is somebody anybody would want. They're super duper. They're strong. And you say, look, I'm gonna shop your app. They go, okay, cool. How many would they have normally when they enrolled? 0, but they've got a good resume. Okay. And I go to my guy named, or my gal named Joe, and I say, Joe, you could have Mo. Mo is enrolled by a strong player on my team. He knows him. I'm going to sell Mo here, right? And I say, and there's a catch. The catch is you got to be a customer and an IBO, a platinum customer and an IBO, number 1. Number 2, you got to place after the deadline, meaning Sunday at midnight, anytime after that, your first person you enroll, you got to place them down there. And it can be a customer. Why is that important? Because they need to have 1 customer on one side and 2 on the other to be qualified to begin with. They got to place a customer. Let's make it easy on them and say it's here. Where it's not for Joe is over here on the right. We got to make it good for Mo, right? This makes it good for Mo. This counts towards his count. That continues, and I go, okay, I've got Glow, I've got Joe, and I've got Mo. Joe also is she's my gal. She's awesome networker and also an aspiring trader. And Glow, you can have both of these two as long as you agree to the catch. The catch is you got to be a customer and an IBO, number 1. Number 2, after the deadline, you got to place your first person after the deadline down there. That can be a customer alone, or it can be a customer IBO, either one. Many will realize that it's probably best just to do a customer over here, because the minute we get done, they're going to want to start building their other side. Okay. And run that out the next week. Then we go, okay, cool. We got Row here. And I go to Row and I say, you can have these 3 and same conditions, the catch and all that stuff. And he says, cool, I'll do that. No problem. Now it's starting to look pretty good for Mo. It's looking good for these guys. There's some equality here, and Rowe is a savvy networker. He's now wait a minute. Could I place somebody in between myself and Glow right now before the deadline? Yes. We had several do this on Barry's team.
Like I did with Bob.
Yep. Several did it. So Bro gets in here, and Rowe inserts Bro in between himself and this one right here because it's before the deadline. Cool. It adds to the overall carrot, because the next person I'm going to enroll is going to be up here. And I go out and I say, look, you got 5 people that are in the holding tank. All of them have committed to do this, including the last one that just got enrolled right here. If they fulfill their obligation, and I don't know if they're going to or not. I don't know if they're going to do anything, but if they're serious at all, they're going to enroll at least 1 customer.
Well,
so I go out to the marketplace, and then I have 9 people that I can offer the next person that I would place right here. I have 5 that are in the holding tank and probably 4 more. I hang a lantern on all that. I say, I don't know if these guys are going to do anything or not. I don't, who knows that? They're capable. This guy Mo's a stud. Barry tells me all about him. Will he take action? I don't know. But getting some is better than getting 0.
Right,
That's the
like
central
Troy,
point.
you and Troy got already 10 below you. So once you get 10 on the other side, you're at 500 a month.
Right. Actually, it's quite a bit more than 10. By
Oh,
the
you
way.
talking to me, Barry?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I need 10 on the other side. And I'm at 500 a month.
Yeah. And when your 10 grows to, what, 35 is the next one?
Yeah, let me get that slide because that'll be helpful. So
You probably
that's the
you got like
mechanics of the
20.
carrot tree. This is the comp plan. You got to have 3 customers. These customers cannot be IBOs. They have to be customer onlys. You have to have 3, and they can be 2 on left and 1 on right, or 1 on right and 2 on left. Doesn't matter. They can be either way, but you have to have 3, and they have to be configured like that: 2 on one side and 1 on the other.
Okay. And what's the difference between a customer and IBO again?
IBO is an affiliate.
Okay.
So a customer only, can they enroll other customers? Answer, yes. 3 of them themselves. Once they have enrolled 3 themselves, then their customer fee is waived. 3 is free is the mantra. But they cannot earn beyond that.
Okay.
IBOs can earn beyond that in the comp plan.
Mm-hmm.
So the customer that enrolls 3 customers, I'm kind of going like, I hope that they don't jump to IBO because you do need some customers in this comp plan. But I'm also thinking you're leaving money on the table. If you've enrolled 3, you could enroll more. You know, there's that. Now, the next increment in the comp plan is this one, 10-10. Like in the example I was just showing you, you'd put one, you'd have, you know, you do, by the way, have a lot more than 10 on your left, Barlos. A lot more, more like.
Yeah. Okay.
It's over 20, Barry, at least. At least. I mean, I'll show you the genealogy here in just a second. It's way over that number. But you need.
But I take it a customer is just somebody that doesn't want to build the comp plan, right?
That's
They
right.
just want to.
They want to make money trading. They hate networking. Good. Super. Visit those trading groups. You can find these guys all over the place they aspire to be better traders, and we'll help them be better traders.
And one pays 50 and one pays to get in the deal. It's 50 first month and 99 a month
for customers.
If you want, if you want to be a rep, and they should call it a rep instead of an IBO. If you want to be,
some people use IBO, some people use affiliate, some people use builder. You know,
IBO means nothing. If I ask 10 people on the street, what's an IBO? Not one would know. If I ask 10 people on the street, you want to be a representative for this company, it's a different word. You know, we need words that make sense to the general freaking public.
I think some of this is where you're from, because it is used other places. It's just maybe not here. And I don't want to get hung up on this. It's semantics. It's one or the other, but we all agree it's either IBO, rep, affiliate, or builder. It's one of those. Now, in your case, Barlos, if you place 1 on your left, you have fulfilled the obligation, number 1, in the carrot tree. Number 2, you have your necessary customer on the left. You do need a customer on your left. Does that make sense?
Yes. Now, Troy is a customer in our IBO, right, Barry?
No, that doesn't count. You got to have a customer only.
Okay, just a straight customer. Got it.
Wait, I got a question for Barlos. Barlos, how much does it cost to be a representative in this company? The first month, what do you pay?
Right now I paid 40, but you said 50.
Wrong
for the first month.
It's 70. See, I know when people are paying attention.
Barry, come on, he's brand new. You know, ask somebody that's. Let me finish. First of all, that was a special promotion. Now we're into the new price plan. It's 50 or 70. Okay, 50 is customer only and 99 a month thereafter, 30 days later. Customer IBO is $70 and 119 a month after 30 days. It's pretty clear. He's brand new. I wouldn't have expected him to know that either. So
So it's seven.
I don't want to get hung
Barry-
up on
Barry
semantics
think
because
I'm
we're spending too much
Superman,
time on
Robert.
the
I keep-
semantics instead of getting the content. You need to go enroll a customer only. That's find somebody that wants to trade but doesn't want to build. They hate networking. That's the perfect candidate. That's $50 to start and $99 a month for them. You then need 2 more on your right at least. So on your right, you got to place 2 customers, and the perfect scenario is you get some IBOs first and then place customers underneath them. Why would you want to do that? Because this 1010 here can be customers or customer IBOs, either one. It doesn't distinguish. You do need to have 2 and 1. And the smart play would be to place 1 on your left because you've got way more than 10 on your left already anyway. Place a customer on your left, place 2 customers on your right, ideally at the bottom of a leg. In other words, you do a carrot tree over on your right, build out your team a bit with IBOs up top, and then place the customers at the bottom. You get to 1010, however you get there, and you're earning $500 a month. And this can happen pretty quickly with this carrot method. It really can. It could happen inside of, just a few days, really.
And
Like
people,
Barry did this very rapidly on the last carrot tree. He built out crazy because he got some strong people in the left. Then he turned right around and did the same thing on the right. And I was like, okay, this guy's real. He's a real builder. And he did that. There's some that talk a good game, but they didn't enroll anybody. And it's like, come on,
see,
man.
Bob,
Pricing
let
what
me
it
talk
was.
for Bob.
The floor is yours.
Bob, it's easy to get people when it's $50 to check it out. So you tell them, let's check it out as a customer, then it's $99 a month. If obviously you know a bunch of builders like I do. So you got to pitch them, hey, check this thing out at $70. You could trade with these guys in the morning. The company gives signals. It's $70. And if you like it, the following month it's $119. So that's how we're building it, 70 and 119. Now, you're going to need 3 customers. Like I need 3 customers. And what I'm telling people like us, you builders, hey, our team's got this rotator lead program that we're going to have. So I could spend $100, Bob, and I'll be able to find 3 customers once Robert starts his lead rotator. So everyone will be able to find customers and reps once that starts. But we aren't ready to start it yet until the company finishes, fixing little things. So we might be a month away
Okay.
from
Okay.
that. Is that fair to say, Robert? About a month?
I think that probably is realistic. They're right in the throes of switching out of, the back office, and that can always be a can of worms. You guys have been around. So to their credit, they ran the promo, finalized the promo. We got all the placements done, which was my concern that those 2 things are happening simultaneously. They were smarter than that. They got everybody placed, and now they're doing the conversion, and it's kind of incremental at this point coming in because the pricing changed.
Right.
So,
And I want to see little things fixed on the site where it's
Yeah.
clear on the prices. And
Yep.
then we need to have like a nice little sizzle video for the lead people to see, like a funnel.
I will be
that
right
will-
back. I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So we're in this early, Barlow's.
Okay. I got you. I told you, Barry, I'm in Manifest with Bob Oldman on the trading side. So we've been in Manifest for a few years, maybe 3 years.
Yeah, let's get Bob to come back in.
Yeah, I talked to him about it. I think he'll do it.
Have him
I think
sit in
he'll
one
do
of
it.
these. Have him come in on, to this training group Tuesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I will. I will. So I'm
It's
gonna
free
break
next.
away, huh?
It's free next week, next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then that's about it.
Okay.
Until people have to join, pay and join.
Okay.
So, and then today, don't forget, at this same link here, They're doing a opportunity call at 3:30 Eastern. Barlow's.
Barry, I don't think
Marlo.
he's
3:30 Eastern is a business overview.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, could you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. Yeah, I had to make a change on my screen. I can hear you now. I heard it. Yeah. 3:30
Yeah,
Eastern. I got it.
Yeah, same link here.
Okay. All right.
All right, you do a good, nice job shaving your nose hairs. I can see right up your nostrils.
Oh wow, man. Yeah, I'll make sure I always catch the grays, it's always a couple of grays try to jump out on me. But anyway, I'll see you guys. I gotta go.
All right, I'll see you, man.
I'll get with you, Barry. I'll get with you. All right.
Who's
Appreciate
that?
you.
Who's that pretty girl next to you?
That's my wife. That's Tracy.
Okay. I see a
Yeah,
part of her face.
yeah. That's
Nice.
Tracy.
Oh, okay. Very pretty.
Yeah.
All right. We'll
Okay,
talk.
thank you. All right, Barry, you talked to Tracy before. You just don't remember. You was bragging on all them women you have in Chicago. You forgot?
Oh, yeah.
Showing us pictures of all them extravagant parties you be attending with all the influential people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta come
over in the
visit you.
shaker.
Are you in Texas now or you're in Columbia now,
No,
right?
I'm in Dallas. I'm in Dallas.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
How long are you there for?
No, I'm getting a house, building a house close to Dallas, maybe like an hour away.
Wow. Okay.
Building a house. I got land. I inherited years ago, like 30 years ago. So I finally decided to do something with it.
Yeah. Why don't you put some of them oil wells there?
It has oil on it. It's leased out and they won't pull it out the ground. These oil companies, they want to lease your land, but they don't want to pull the oil out. So
Huh.
I guess
That's
they
weird.
haven't, you don't see a lot of oil wells like you used to. They rather buy it abroad, and try to get it cheap and hold on to what they have, right?
Ah, I got it. I got it.
Yeah,
All right, buddy.
yeah.
Well, maybe we'll get together then now that you're around town.
They got all Saddam Hussein oil, so they don't need no oil for a while.
Right, right.
All right, I'll see you. Okay,
all
all right.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Carlos, before you go, do you
Yes,
speak Spanish?
nada, nada.
I heard
No.
Colombia and I got excited.
Well, my Spanish, it ain't. No, it's not at the level where I can hold a conversation.
Do you have business contacts in Colombia that are native Spanish speakers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There we go. That's the answer. Because this is wide open on every continent. It really is. So if you've got good business contacts down there, the customer service has Spanish, Portuguese, and Bengali in addition to English right now. So we don't have anything done that I'm aware of as far as presentation materials in Spanish. It's that new, but we do have customer service, which is most important in that whole mix.
Okay.
To get things
Okay.
going, in other words.
Well, I'll talk to you more about that.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to run, but yeah, I'll get back with you for sure.
Okay.
All right, Robert. I'll see you guys, Barry. Rest of the game.
All right. Take care,
See you
man.
soon.
All right. Take care. All right.
Bye. Are we done, Robert?
I think we are.
Okay. Do you talk to Ken Cito?
Have I talked to him? No.
Oh, okay. You might want to.
One of the things that you really want to do is get people plugged into the Telegram groups because they're kind of orphaned if they're not.
Yeah.
Just a friendly nudge there. Get your guys in Telegram plugged into the proper groups that they need to be in, because then they'll get notified. You won't have to do it. That's the purpose of the groups. And communication happens, and a lot of other good dynamics happen. I'm a big proponent of getting that communication system populated.
Oh, I was trying to find that one group. I kept losing it. Where that posts like your meeting today. Telegram, what was it called? Manifest customers and IBOs?
Can you see my screen?
Oh, Time Freedom. That's it, right?
Here.
Time Freedom Team?
This is now there are 3 here. Don't miss that. This one is for everybody, for customers, for IBOs, and for prospects.
I don't see your screen.
That's odd.
Oh, now I see it. I had your face big. Okay.
So this one is everything. You want to get everybody in there.
Okay.
Those that are customers and or IBOs, not and IBOs, in here. They can be either customers or they can be IBOs. That's the easier way to say it.
Wait, I'm confused now. The top one is what do you mean for
Prospects,
non-customers?
that are not in yet, get them plugged in here.
Oh, okay.
This is the most powerful follow-up mechanism you can have.
Right. In my world, it would be called manifest prospects.
Yeah. Okay.
Time Freedom Team means nothing.
Well, okay. But now you know.
Could you?
I've said this before, but now I think you're tuned in. So
yeah,
this one for everybody.
Prospects.
Well, it's also for customers and IBOs though. Don't miss that. You want everybody in here. Okay. And their prospects. Their prospects are going to be safe in here. Anybody does anything hinky, they're out. I'll toss them out faster than they can say Jack Robinson. Okay. So this one, you want customer and IBOs.
Okay.
This one is for trading signals for what Robert and I are up to. This one is one of these two. In this case, you're in this one. So you wouldn't be in this one.
Got it.
The outside left. And you need to create an outside right. If you don't know how to do that, I can do that for you in 3 minutes.
Okay. Yeah,
okay?
I do.
You need one for your outside right team. You are in this one on my team. You are not in this one, nor should you be. It's opposite you. These are your cousins over there.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Appreciate it. If hopefully sooner than later we could get a stud to anchor that leg, so I could go to everyone in that leg and say, "Hey, we got a stud. Start building your right."
Oh, you mean a carrot?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we need a stud at the bottom there.
Yeah. Well, it might be a studette. A carrot. I like carrot because it's not gender specific.
Oh, okay. Well, we need
I got some women over on the right-hand side that are going to give you guys a race. They're really good. They're traders. They're down in Florida. They were a big part of 8-Minute Trader and they're excited. And
oh, good.
I like y'all, but I like women better.
It's just us on the call, right?
Yeah. Well, no, there's another person on the call. So keep your less delicate language to yourself, please.
Okay, well, talk to your partner and throw me a carrot.
I don't have anybody right now, and I've got to put all of my focus on the right side because
I've done a lot, and the 3 people that you carroted me with haven't done anything.
That's always the roll of the dice. Will they? I don't know. And I always say that up front.
I don't want to be your anchor for so you just say, hey, great, Barry's over there. I don't have to worry.
You've got people on your team that are already doing something. James Little is.
I understand that, but I'm building both legs. You understand?
Yeah, so am I. So understand that I'm motivated to build your leg and help out, which I will do. But I told you up front, I'm not placing anybody there. Once it builds out, I got to go to the other side and until it gets even.
If I didn't put in 11 people, I could have sat around and waited and not worked, and then you would have been, oh boy, I better put some people over there.
I'm appreciative of you doing that. I'm going to go build on the right for a while. I'll help out on the left, but I won't be placing anybody there until I have balance. Then I'll start bouncing back and forth, and it won't be that long. I know you miss me, but I'll be over there.
All right. Well, I'll slow down a little.
Your choice.
Okay.
I'm putting my foot on the gas.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to go.
Okay.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.